All right. So, great start. Rise of Tiamat, session 13. I don't know exactly how this is gonna go out, so I just there's a placeholder name with this dwarf and elves, but depending on what you do, meh.
The party dies. New title.
All right. TPK again. New
Again?
title
No.
again. All right. So, but last session, last week.
Alright, we picked up last week, traveling north on the road to Daggerford with our little gaggle of refugees. Stuff was not looking great as we were traveling. There were very little to no caravans, and we met one group of people, but they were shady as fuck. As we were heading northwards, we were near the edge of the misty forest when we saw about 100-foot diameter dead spot of land with a bunch of bodies in it. It looked like everything had just died, and we weren't quite sure how or what. But as we went to investigate, there was a guy standing in the middle with a horse who seemed to also be poking around. We met this guy. He was from a holy order. Agreed to travel with us because we're all heading north to Daggerford.
His name was Ulrich. No, wait.
Stop. His name was Ivor. Ivor?
Ivor, yeah.
Okay.
Ivan the Terrible.
Yeah. We picked up a couple more stray refugees as we were heading north to Daggerford. They were all fleeing banditry. And there's not some great stuff heading on. Like, they haven't heard from Jolkun, which is a nearby city, and everything seems to be abandoned. We decided to camp in a nearby farmhouse that was abandoned and got attacked, quote unquote, by kobolds, but managed to smash them.
You attacked it, I would say.
Okay, listen.
My poor kobolds, just hanging out, chilling.
Yeah.
Some dudes come by, just wreck the place.
Smash their heads in, which is great. What else? We kept traveling, more refugees. We're right outside, camping outside Daggerford. A big crowd of them who were getting pretty angry since the city had apparently closed. There we met a halfling, I believe, a short guy, named Karim. Fuck. Crane.
No, he wasn't called fuck.
Sorry, I'm bad with names today.
Okay.
He was the keeper of one of the taverns, I believe, and a follower of Timora.
Mm-hmm.
He was trying to do his best to let more refugees in, but the Duke had decreed no more people since the gates are full. We got in by way of, being important. We went to go speak with the Duke, Maldwin, who was a shitter. He said that there's nothing he could do for the refugees. He was just concerned with his own people inside the town, had plenty of rooms in his manor, big house, but, completely heartless bastard. Tried to talk him into letting people in.
Ballroom, my dear. It is not for the refugees.
We need to come back and kill him someday, but today is not that day. We tried speaking with his sister, who is the head of the militia and a much more reasonable woman, which we're capable, I believe. And she agreed that there was unfortunately nothing that they could do because they had very limited resources, not enough food to house all these people. They're worried enough as is about, crime breaking out and stuff like that. And the party kind of argued a little over what exactly we could do to help, and decided to try and, send word to Waterdeep, see if we get more resources in, but it's all kind of iffy.
Mm-hmm.
After that, we went back to the Shining Something Tavern to find Talus, the elf, I think we were supposed to contact, who we killed a dwarf for, but it turns out that she had left a few weeks after we did. We sat down for lunch while Golda snuck up into our room and searched. Found some arcane runes and hidden stuff, but no real clues as to where she had gone. And I don't think Golda wanted to, accidentally blow everything up, so decided to leave it.
Yeah, I think she found a mechanical trap and a magical one. She didn't
Yeah.
either.
Not
Magic, I
true.
No?
She found two hidden, well, one, actually. She found a few drawers that were closed, but she found like some arcane runes next to them. And then there was another hidden compartment underneath the bed with some other arcane runes, but neither one of these closed, potentially, whatever is in there, things were opened, so meh.
Maybe one of those that you speak open in the
Jesus Christ. Not that again.
was so good. So good.
Can't believe we broke the table and carried around the entire jar.
For a few days, then I was so on like, when will they say open? It's just like open. What?
Freaking wizard.
Yeah.
Was
I don't
pretty
know if I
effective
missed
against
anything.
you, I would say. All right. Yeah. Anybody else got anything to add? Okay, I have a few things. Joel Kuhn actually was. It wasn't the first time you heard from Joel Kuhn, and that they haven't heard anything from that. When you were first in Daggerford, the lady Morwen Daggerford actually asked you to check that out. It was on your way to Bosker Bridge. And the inn is called River Inn, right? River Setting Inn. And yeah, I think that's it. So, any other questions?
I think we were talking about what to do next and kind of.
Yeah, we had a few ideas, but
Yep.
before we get
you-
to that,
Yep. So, I guess we'll start with Gulda returning to you guys and kind of telling you what she found or didn't find, I guess, right? Right.
And I'm still chilling outside the gates with the refugees.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
couldn't
So
take them in with us, so.
So it was near like an outbreak of violence. Like the refugees, like it's a good 100 refugees in front of the gates, 150, maybe 200 even, right? Start to count. And they wanted in. They were hungry, and the Duke has decreed, since they already had a few refugees in town, well, not only a few, but actually a lot, that they cannot take in anymore. So they were left outside and either just camp there and try their luck on the outside or travel further.
Oh yeah,
And
we did pay for food for them though.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And there were some out
And-
there that needed like medical attention. There was a lady that was having a baby and stuff. So.
Yep.
So
I
would
think
be
you
hopping
guys
with
even arranged to get the baby girl with the woman with the baby
Yes.
or labor in, right? So
she got in. Everyone else, no.
all right. So yeah, Golda kind of opens the door and gets into your room that you. No, actually not. You're still on the main floor eating. That is what was going on here.
Yeah, I had borrowed one of Thorin's pork ribs and was showing the runes that I had found and describing the trap
Yeah,
under the
scribbled it
boards.
on it. Mhm.
I see. So this bed, he says as he's reading it upside down.
Yeah, I think they go the other way, and honestly, I don't know what they say either. I know some parlor tricks, but I never really studied any books with the magic stuff.
I studied books, just not magics. Proper dwarf needing it.
To get like a someone more scholarly to look at this.
Well, that might be full of symbols. What was his name? Ivor?
Yeah, but I mean, no, I
Perhaps
don't
Spinoy.
mean, religious scholar. I mean, like, magic scholarly.
I mean, it can't hurt to ask him. Maybe he would know what they mean. I mean, I'd kind of like to try to get in there before she gets back. And she could show up at any moment. Or she could have cleared out and there could be nothing in there.
No, the room is still booked. So
For the year.
Do we have any other business in town? I mean, we do want to go to Jolkun and Firehammer, right?
we could talk to the retired adventurer contact. Festival? Yeah.
I mean, and if we're not able to get into those drawers, I could always arrange for someone who can to come. It might take them a few days, but at least I'll be able to let them know that there's something possibly, intelligence to get.
We also should look for some travelers or merchants going to. What are they? Perhaps they could take the people into Kia. Can't leave them outside.
Probably have to pay someone to take them.
And he jiggles his backpack, and you're like,
we'll just tell them there's 5 people.
Yeah, I'm not even sure I could cover my night if we stayed here at this point. So
we'll just find some adventurers. Tell them we have like 5 refugees who need escorting.
Look here. How about you go get Survivor, see what you can do about this, and I'll go get us some funds.
Yeah, I guess Galdo will go check on Ivor outside the gates and see if he has any input on the ruins.
I'll go with to check on the refugees.
All right.
I'll go and check the bigger blacksmith in town, so not the one where I left where I went the previous time. I think it is 34. Yeah.
I thought he was.
All right. Do you want to go to the weaponsmith?
Yeah, but we can do that later.
Here, like at 3.
No, but that is the one that deals in like utensils and tools, things like that. It doesn't deal in weapons and armor. I need one that deals with. I mean, what am I gonna do selling a plate armor to a guy that does like pants for a living? He's like, sure, that's nice. I can't cook with it though.
All right.
You can get Quiver first.
Yeah. So both Rhoda and Gula, you want both to pay a visit to good old Ivor. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I guess check up on our refugees and stuff.
Your refugees. All right.
Check in with them.
Sure. Yeah, it's no problem, right? I mean, you know the way, so. When you get outside.
Go ahead. Sorry.
When you get first of all, when you get to the portcullis, the cullis is down, or the grate is down, so they need to pull it up for you, which they immediately do. And when you get outside, you see actually it's settled down a little bit, mostly due to a few servants. You think you know a few of them actually from the River Shining Inn that are right now trying to distribute some bread and some broth, like some soup. And yeah, well, at least for now, it seems to have quieted down a bit.
Well, that's good. They look like they were about to get themselves shot by twitchy guards.
Mm.
So I guess Golda would make her way over to, or start looking for.
Ivor?
I mean, he's pretty big, right? You said he was like 6 foot tall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's like, first of all, he has a horse. Which is
and he's got the armor and everything.
And like, he is a giant among men, like, so.
Not hard to
The armor. Everyone else is probably in rags and clothes.
That too.
Yeah.
But the horse is like from range shot. The horse is probably the thing that you would see first. So it's absolutely no problem to spy him.
So when you go ahead.
She would show check out what he's doing, and then when he gets a free moment, she would ask him about the runes on the paper and see if he is any more knowledgeable about it than she is.
Okay, so when Golda finds him, it does not take long. she finds him distributing rations. The food they had paid for was distributed, but it wasn't enough, and so he gave out 10 days from his own personal stores to various people. So he's just finishing up with that when Golda finds him. So then, what are the runes on? They're on like a spare rib or something?
No, she kind of scratched them onto some parchment, and they're really, like, you can tell what they are, but they're obviously written by someone who doesn't know magic very well.
Like bad handwriting.
Well, he's kind of scholarly, but...
Are you proficient in arcane?
Definitely not proficient in arcane. So I look at him and can definitely appreciate that, yes, these are runes, but I'm sorry, Golda, I can't help you.
I'm going to have to see if I can get a Harper to come that knows what they're doing.
Eva, what you can tell her is that at least the gods, the religions, which are mostly based on humans, maybe a few dwarf, maybe a few elves, primarily the pantheon of humans, have nothing to do with these runes. That's the thing that you can say for sure.
Sure. Okay, these are not religious. These are definitely not...
Probably arcane or something.
Well, we are... hold on. We are hunting down a dragon cult, so...
Well, I mean, if they were draconic, I would probably be able to noodle them out at least a little, so they're not... I'm guessing they're not draconic in any way.
So... Yep. Ivor would have made sure we stepped aside and away from the refugees before discussing this.
And I mean, by your just by your training, Golda, I mean, Rhoda, not necessarily, but just by your training, at least you know a little bit about it, right? You would know that they are some sort of arcane in nature generally.
And I mean, the assumption is that they're either some kind of trap or some kind of like thing that would notify their owner.
Well,
so she doesn't want to diddle with them.
Now, trap, you say. Trap, I may be able to help you with. What sort of trap? What can you tell me about this? Where did you find the runes?
They're on some furniture and a floorboard in this room. I have a feeling that if you try to open the drawers of this sort of like a writing desk, I guess it was. I have a feeling if you attempted to open the doors, it would trigger some sort of effect that may be unpleasant.
No, I may be able to help you with certain unpleasant effects. How bold are you feeling?
she kind of like
hold on,
over her neck, like where and like kind of clutches like at a hidden pendant, and she's like, well.
Well, if you guys need to get into that room, I can help. Especially this one, since he's not particularly sneaky.
I'm pretty sure that I can handle the mechanical part of the trap. It's the blazing inferno or poison or, demon that gets summoned that I might not be able to handle.
Okay. Now, blazing inferno, I can help you with. The others, less so, but blazing inferno, we've got covered.
I won't even ask when.
I mean, if do you guys think it's worth attempting to open this without,
Probably not. No.
Lewis,
even if you,
I just say he's comfortable with Mexican food. All I'm gonna divulge.
Probably best to talk to your Harper friends.
I mean, we could probably use this information to figure out what we're supposed to do next, but
for what it's worth, go ahead.
There's a lot we need to do. I mean, this is just one string. We have a lot of threads to follow.
We go kind of. I guess we killed Verum, and now we came back to see her, and she's not here. Do we just want to go to Firehammer and check on Thorin's people, and then? I mean, at least want to send some kind of message back to my my contacts and let them know what I found and what's going on. But I would expect if they had anything for me, I would have been contacted already. So I'm going to make, initialize and send something out.
I mean, by all means, they do need to know about this, but we're talking about Thorin's like family, and that's, there might be cultists running around and this Talus woman, but family's more important than that.
Yeah, I already agreed that I would go, check out his hold because he's pretty much gone to hell and back for me. So I'll.
It was welcome.
No. But he went to the snake thing and
Welkin did it literally.
Yeah, Welkin got it.
He just went to hell. He didn't come back.
She feels guilty about Welkin. She's gonna.
No, he came back once.
Pay back.
This is a very confusing conversation for you.
Yes, but I literally went well. If you remember, Simon, right? When Emily died, the Earl through well thing you did on me.
That's what
I went to hell.
So, while you guys want to figure out what you want to do, Thorin, you go to the weaponsmith, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this is like a bigger shop. On the outside, you already hear the clanging and the barking of orders, probably to some apprentices or something like that. It's a little bit like home.
Yeah, nothing. I smell in the nice fresh air of the smokes from the forge, and I walk in as I look around, trying to see who's the owner.
When you get in, you see about 5 or 6 people darting in and darting out, and a gentleman, really rough-looking dude, standing behind the counter as the apprentices come with small daggers that he shows them, and he scolds them basically. From just a quick look around, he seems to not deal in extreme hard to produce iron.
More reliable.
It looks okay. The quality looks okay. Nothing special, but the stuff you see here that is portrayed is not that would take you years to finish.
All right, so you'll be Terval's smithy.
He looks around. Ah, a dwarf here.
I sent by Kramak.
Oh, okay. What did the old guy set you up to do to me, huh? Sorry for my manners. I'm Daryl.
Thorin Firehammer.
And now you're gonna tell me all about your line, ain't you?
I was, but if you ain't, I'll spare you. Actually, I'm a little on time.
Thanks.
You have some nice work here. Situation seems to be getting hairy. And I got my hands on one of these. Perhaps you'd like to take a look. And from the back, I take the big sack with the armor. It's split in pieces, right? But you can be put back together. And then the sword probably also wrapped in some cloth, or if it had a sheath in the sheath.
Mm-hmm.
Little rust on the edges, but nothing you couldn't fix.
Oh, you got a plate there, young dwarven mister, eh? All right.
Yeah.
You want me to repair it for you?
Nay. You see, there's refugees outside. They're needing quite a lot of help. I've been planning to help them later. Perhaps you could assist. There should be at least one novel or two looking for some nice armor in town. If you repair it and sell it to them, you could make a nifty profit. What do you say?
Looks like a lot of work to me.
There's 200 refugees outside. Last I heard, the Duke is calling in more men from the militia. Situation's about to get serious for a person like you. Isn't that why you're working overtime?
Yeah, but none of those refugees have the funds to buy something like this, repaired or not repaired.
Perhaps not the refugees, but there'll be someone in town.
Perhaps.
Well, at
So,
least the Luke Sixter could use something more, well, new.
new. And he scratches a little bit on the rust.
Like I said, it's a few repairs.
Mm-hmm. Well, and what would this act of kindness cost me?
That depends. Do you know anyone that is taking a trade caravan to Waterdeep?
I would say they come here through here regularly, as Waterdeep is really the only place you can go at this point. But I will also tell you that I do not have that much coin here right now. Most is in materials, not in gold, for a few reasons.
Aye, understandable. I need to get that 13-ish people sent to Waterdeep. If I can do that, you could subtract that from, well, the cost of it.
13 people, eh?
Aye. Some refugees, I promise. The dwarf always keeps his promise.
All right. When do they need to be in Waterdeep then? There's no caravan going there as of right now, as far as I know, at least.
Well, they be having time, but at your earliest convenience, before the situation here gets much worse.
It'll be not much time then. All right. And aside from that, what's your price?
Let's see, the travel to Waterdeep will be about, let's say, 800. I really can't ask much. Consider the repairs, and also, but the sword is in good condition. 200 to 300?
Let's say 150. It'll take me a lot of time to repair this, and even more to find someone who would buy a fucking plate armor. At least it's the size of human, not someone of your girth.
Aye, I can't use it. Not that I would want it anyway. Let's, for a good balsam agreement, let's say 175. And if I need anything in town, I'll direct anyone to here. I'm just going to meet cousins, the uncles, aunts, old in a few, planning to re-establish link. What do you say?
Sure. Why not? And they even give you one of the shitty daggers my apprentices did.
Great. I can probably get the foot off this ram with it.
They are as effective as a club. I tell ya. Alright. He kind of goes in the back room, and you hear him cussing a bit to himself. And when he comes out, he has like a sack of coins. He puts in front of you, and I mean it's not gold, not much of it. Mostly it's silver actually. But yeah, I mean he won't. You can take the time to count, but yeah, I'm telling you right now, he's good.
I expect him to. I mean, if he doesn't, and I find out, things will be bad. So.
I mean, you know where he lives, right? So.
Yes, I know you know. I don't even need to find who he is. Okay. Yeah, it's not as much as I wanted, but I understand the situation. Perhaps I could have haggled for more, but the dwarf will take it. He needs the funds now. It's more important. So he thanks him, gives him a few congratulations. They still have a little chat, especially about the shitty dagger that he thinks if he gave it to Golda, at least she probably wouldn't hurt herself.
No, you cannot hurt anyone with that thing.
Excellent.
It's cricket. The forging was not in the right temperature, so it's like it would break. It's even possible to break it or bend it or both. So
Perfect. Yeah, I'll take it just as a souvenir. And thank you for the time.
I mean, he wouldn't sell that thing anyway, right? So
Yeah.
like, might as well embarrass my apprentice. All right, yeah, he thanks you too, and then kind of like he doesn't even start on the thing. He just like puts it on in the back room somewhere.
It'll take time, so yeah. And I leave, and I try to go back to the entrance, see if I can find them. Passing by the inn.
So what are you doing in the meantime? The three of you.
I sent you a PM. Could I get you to take a look at it real quick?
A PM. Holy smokes.
Yeah. Oh, whisper. Sorry, wrong word.
All right.
All right. Sorry.
What?
The
Yeah, but that's very like dwarves magic usually.
All right. So then, no, probably not.
Unlikely.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
He's a miner after all. Primarily.
So then, Golda, Ivor wouldn't have anything to add. He'd just sort of nod along with whatever you're saying.
All right. Well, then, I guess for me, my goal would, I guess, be to go to Sir Istval.
Mm-hmm.
Since he was one of the people I knew as someone that could possibly get a note to my people.
Mm-hmm.
And pay him a visit, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And
so
the other
two
two
can tag along if they want. If not,
I'll just go with her. Might as well.
Are we comfortable leaving this lot? And then he sort of gestures to the refugees here. Sure, they won't cause any trouble.
They'll be fine.
They got some food in their bellies, and everyone seems to have calmed down a bit. I'm sure they'll be fine for a few minutes.
All right. Well, I don't trust them with my horse, and I go get my horse from them. I'm ready to go.
You come back to a nice horse too.
Butchered. Yeah.
All right.
He's at what, like 10, 33? One of those buildings on the side there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, with I mean, Eva won't get any trouble, especially with you guys to get inside Daggerford. So no problems there.
He looks like he has money. I mean, he's got a horse and plate, so they probably wouldn't say anything.
No.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Would they recognize the sigils? Do they comment as I enter?
Perhaps, but they wouldn't comment. They are actually fairly busy to keep an eye on what the refugees are doing at this point. They have had nearly a riot, like half an hour, maybe a little bit more at this point, a few hours ago. So
they're a little distracted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're just 5 people, and there are 200 people outside. So.
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah.
They're a little bit worried more about that than you right now, and about etiquette. Yeah. When you get inside, however, you see that they were not like talking smack. There are actually a lot of refugees also inside, specifically like around the area of the marketplace. And when you get onto the marketplace, there's also where most of the taverns are, which is most of where the refugees are housed. So yeah, the city is actually quite filled. But I mean, Golda, you know where you're going, so you quick like. Do you want to take your horse with you, or do you want to go to like an inn?
Okay. Well, I'll ask the guards at the gate then if there's somewhere I can stable him.
Yeah, they say every inn is full except the Silver Flood Inn, which is 24, the big red one in the middle of the city.
So Ivor, I'll ask Golda if that's near where we're going.
Yeah, that's where they were earlier too.
Yeah, no problem. I'll drop him off on the
we
way.
stayed there last time we were here, and we can make it on the way, I guess.
All right.
Or
That
there's
works.
little alleys we can cut through and stuff. So it'll be fine.
So yeah, I mean they don't have like a stable which is like has a roof on top of it. That has still space at least, so you can bind your horse like and then on the outside next to the entrance, a little bit like in Western, like a little bit like
Okay.
that.
Yeah, that's
Do
fine.
they have a good old hitching post?
But after that, you quickly make your way towards Sir Isterwald's place. When you get there, however, he is not home. You knock, you shout, no one is reacting. You see no light.
Does he have any neighbors?
Sure.
All right. I go to one of the neighboring houses and
All right.
knock.
Yeah, a few minutes pass by, and then the you hear someone coming up, and the door kind of open up, and like an old tattered lady, like already in her nightgown, kind of looks at you and says like, it's strangers, Edward, but they
Good
don't look like
evening, Mary.
refugees.
No, we're looking. We were actually just
Yes, dear?
needed a quick word. Do you know Sir Estival who lives next
Yeah,
door?
he's a neighbor. He's a nice chap.
Yes, he is. Do you know where he is? He doesn't seem to be home right now.
Oh, yes, I know. He's gone to Waterdeep on important business.
Oh,
for the
has
Duke.
he?
Yes.
Do you know when he left?
He left a fortnight ago.
Okay, well, sorry for the bother.
No problem. You want to come in? We have nice stew.
Oh, that's quite all right. Thank you for the
Excuse
hospitality.
me.
You don't know what you're missing, dear. Yes.
Yeah, so Ivor sort of steps forward. Did he say when he might be back?
No, I didn't inquire,
No.
but it's important business. I tell you.
Right. Okay, thank you. Steps back.
Well, then there goes that idea. Don't know if there's anyone else that I could trust to take a message for me.
Well, let's go somewhere a little bit more private.
No, let's just keep talking on this woman's doorstep.
Yeah, Golda kind of bows and says thank you for your time, and kind of heads back up the lane towards the inn, kind of.
Oh, don't sweat it, child. Don't sweat it.
Well,
she kind of starts muttering about like maybe opening the drawer and blowing herself up.
we know your friend isn't home. Is it possible he may have reference material in his home?
He might, but we're not doing that.
He didn't seem he didn't seem to have
Okay.
much. So and
We're not breaking into this guy's home.
Yeah, he was the only contact I know of in this area. So I either have to get the stuff myself or leave it.
Okay, let me. I have another whisper.
So you're heading back where? Back to the river.
I guess
Silverfoot Inn?
I guess back to
Yeah.
the inn because I'm assuming that's where Thorin would meet us.
All right. To the inn, to the tavern.
Yeah.
Right.
you know.
Sure. Yeah. And when you get back to the tavern, you see Thorin already at his second ale.
So I guess she would go to the table and plunk down and just feel like, yeah, no way I'm getting any word back to Waterdeep at this point.
You can't even manage that.
As much as I hate to say it, we could go through the official channels, and by that I mean ask the Duke.
At that, Ivor sort of scoffs.
I don't
Just kinda sprang
necessarily
out some ale.
trust the Duke. Maybe his sister. Be more willing, be more. The Duke is liable to kind of what is it? Pish posh it off. Like I think his sister might take us a little more seriously. But,
Well, either one. But I mean, they might know someone like a good messenger for important official business.
maybe. I mean, like I said, I'm fairly confident that I could take care of the mechanical parts of the trap, but not so sure about the magical.
Can't you even tell what kind of magic it is?
I can tell will probably hurt.
Now, where on the door was the glyph?
She kind of pulls out that the parchment, flips it over, and kind of does a rough sketch of it, and like kind of roughs out where the glyphs were and how they kind of align and everything.
Did you happen to get a look at the construction of the desk of these things? Perhaps we could simply go around the glyphs.
It looked like in order to open the door, you'd have to move the glyph. You mean like take the side off the thing?
Exactly.
These things are usually, like all around the container.
We could take the entire desk out. The problem is what to do about the rest.
Carry the drawer around again, guys.
We could just walk up there and yell "open" at it.
Would be silly enough to do that.
We could hire someone to open it.
Yeah, and you're gonna find it in town?
Hire some urchins.
Exactly. A
I'll
few
give you
gold,
a
open a
piece of
drawer.
candy to open this drawer.
Easy.
You just have
Wait,
to clean
Golda,
clean
don't
up
you
the
have
room.
like a spectral hand that you could do things from a distance with?
I could. Oh, yeah. I didn't even think of
That
that.
sounds perfect.
All right, who's coming up there with me? Just in
I can
case.
watch the door.
I'll go. It seems interesting.
Let's just all go, just in case. I'll stay by
I
the
think we're going to call attention if we all tromp up there, though.
Maybe
We don't
Thorn and
really-
I stay downstairs.
If you blow it up, it's also gonna get attention.
Oh, it's not going to blow up.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't think she'd put anything too horrible on there. Like, what if one of the maids opened the drawer?
Now there's an idea. Could we pay a maid to open the drawer?
We don't want
Get it
anyone else getting hurt.
I'm just gonna use my
Okay.
spectral mage hand. I'm not thinking straight. You still got that.
Any of
You
Sounds
still
like
got
a
that
plan.
medical kit, Rhoda?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
I'm ready.
the fourth looks around and after noticing that no one's listening in, aren't you? You two can cast magics, right?
Who are you looking
Yes.
at when you say that? Those two?
Those two. I mean, he doesn't know about you. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Can't you do one of them magics to detect other magics? Or a magic to detect if bad things happen?
Like I said, I
Well-
can only do parlor tricks.
I can poke it. And if it explodes on me, then I know something bad happened.
You can dismantle it. Find out what it is.
Maybe if you had someone who you went through proper education.
Yeah, let's just do this, Rhoda. Come on, and
Yeah.
Golda kind of tugs at her arm. Halo.
All right.
See what I have to put up with?
Nods. That's it. Just a nod.
You guys,
But it's
I know where you are. I think I can message you from up there if we run into trouble, or if you hear a big boom, just pretend you didn't hear anything.
That's what nods
Can
like.
the
He
dwarf-
doesn't believe for a
the
second.
dwarf hitting the floor.
It
This
takes
is perfect for a comic strip. Like the last picture, the comic strip is just like a knight and a dwarf sitting walls away, just them next to the table. It's like just pretend nothing happened. Okay.
We're working it around.
kind of checks his
I
pocket.
just imagine them like an explosion, and they're like rats. Like it must be rats or something.
The dwarf takes out the note from Lord Neverember and begins checking if it covers up exploding gears.
All right.
So yeah, Golda starts heading upstairs as discreetly as possible.
All right. Then please give me 2 stealth checks.
Oh boy.
You're not sneaking in, are you?
No,
I'm
but
gonna-
I tried
I'm gonna
not
be
to
just trying to be
get
Because that's
caught.
inconspicuous.
awkward if you sneak.
All right. So when
Oh,
you take a
boy.
look around, you don't know where Golda is. But Rhoda. While Rhoda goes up, like one of the patrons says, Les, come sit here, huh? Have a nice drink with us. What do you say?
Oh, I have a boyfriend. Sorry. Didn't know why.
Yeah. I didn't want to shag you. I want to drink with you. The shagging comes later.
Nope. 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 Nope.
Go
on
on,
walking.
just tell me where your room is, huh?
Can I just ignore this guy and keep walking? Pretend I didn't hear him?
I don't know. Can you?
I do that.
You guys wait here. It's not happening to me. You hear him standing up as you kind of go up the stairs.
All right. How much is a drink here? Like typically, like how much does it cost?
What, a drink?
Yeah.
5 copper or something like that?
All right. Perfect. I think I have 5 copper. Yeah. I pull out 5
I
copper.
think I have 5 copper. In the most expensive tavern in town. I think I have 5 copper.
And I'd like turn around, march up to him, and like just shove it.
You see, guys? There she comes. No one can.
All right. Here's a drink. Just go sit down.
What?
I'm not
Sometimes you have to
interested.
use the little girl's room.
It's this
Gotta
time
go
of
take a
the month.
piss.
It's like,
Unless your last name is Trump.
He kind of looks behind him, looks at you, and just like, at least give me a smack on the cheek.
All right. I'd look over at his friends and like give him a smack on the cheek.
And he turns around, he nods and turns around. You see? Later's gonna be fun! And he kind of goes back to the table.
The sacrifices you have to do.
Ugh.
You lose 20 respect with a dwarf.
For the party.
Alright, but aside from that, no one is stopping you, and as it is evening, at least on the first floor, there are a few people coming in and coming out at times, but you're heading to the second floor, which has a lot less rooms, because the area is bigger for each room, right? So at least there's a lower chance that we're gonna get interrupted.
All right, so once I get up there, I guess I gotta unlock it again because I locked it back up. So those.
I mean, you already know
Yeah.
how the lock works. So quickly you click and lock it, and yeah, open the door.
Yep. Didn't stop to listen to make sure she's not in there, but you know, she's.
Oh, she didn't come back while we were out.
Oh, you never know. That'd be my luck. Just be like, "Hi, sorry."
Wrong door. No, when you open the door, there's no one inside.
So Golda kind of like waits for Rhoda to get up there, and then when she's in, she closes the door.
Yeah, and I mean, Rhoda, when you get inside, you see basically the same thing.
Yep.
That Golda saw earlier, or well, 2 weeks, like 1 week ago, right? Last week.
Yep.
So yeah, very nice furniture. You see a little bit of fresh vegetables and fruit. But yeah, other than that, seems uninhabited.
So I
Alright,
guess she
where's
would.
this?
I'm gonna she's gonna show you where the marks are, and then
So you head into the bedroom.
Yeah, like where the secretary and the floorboard are.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
she kind of suggests that maybe like the bed's probably too heavy to tip up, but maybe tip the mattress off the bed and like hide behind it when we open the door.
I could just stand in the other room.
Well, I think my mage handle, it does 30 feet. So I guess could I like stand in the little like side room and do it from there?
Peek through the doorway.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
like
peek
peek
through the doorway. Mhm.
Okay, so which one should I do? All three of them seem to be trapped.
There were 2 drawers in the secretary, and then there's the bed, and underneath one of the bedposts there's the plank, the wooden plank, wooden tile or what it was, with the other one, right?
Mm.
You already, I don't know if you already, I don't think you had to fuse the mechanical.
No, I didn't
thing.
touch the mechanical, but I might do that if I can do that without triggering the magic. But she's not sure if that's possible.
I don't think you did yet, and there was like these strings, right? And when you could have lifted it up a little bit.
And
you
I'm
took a look.
I think I could use my mage hand to do that.
Sure you can.
So yeah, she's gonna do the drawers first because she feels that they're less likely to make a big boom. She's gonna do because the floor is less obvious. Like if the maid opens a drawer, that's gonna, and explodes. That's gonna be a problem. But the floor, I don't think you were supposed to find.
Yeah,
so,
the floor was in. Mm-hmm.
So she's gonna try the first drawer of the
secretary
desk. So she kind of cringes and like, you see this little ghostly hand float out and like grab the drawer and just like pull it open.
All right, so you're in the doorway, mostly behind the other door with your head kind of looming.
Yeah, just my head like peeking out.
I'm peeking out from like higher above her.
All right, this is comical. Like,
Yep.
Your hair burnt off.
Good. All right, yeah, it opens up. You break the magical seal. Nothing happens.
Golda kind of glances at Rhoda and she's like, should we go check, or should I open the other one and then go check?
Go check.
So Golda kind of like pads over and like peeks inside.
This way, there's only like one explosion rather than 2.
When you look inside, you find a few. You find a small booklet, and you find a feather.
Like a writing, like a quill, or just a feather?
Yep. No, a quill.
Okay, so she kind of like looks over the booklet to make sure there's not anything. I guess like would that be an investigate or a perception?
You look or you investigate?
She's gonna investigate, like poke around and make sure the book's not like trapped in any way, like there's nothing, no strings on it.
All right. Yeah, you take like a minute, to make sure there's nothing like on a pressure plate or whatever, right?
Hmm.
The only string that is on it is like wrapped around it seems.
So she'll take the book out of the drawer,
Mhm.
and then go back to Rhoda and like hand it to her.
Ta-da!
She's like, if we're gonna open this, we should do it outside, like just in case the book itself is trapped.
Well, I'll just like go into like the parlor, like the sitting room, like the living room maybe, and open it there.
I mean, that's the room where you're in. It's 3 rooms,
Yeah.
like the main room, and then there's one bath and one bedroom.
But yeah, just
So-
away from the bedroom a bit, towards the
Yep.
center of the room.
Yep. When you open it up,
And I open it up like, so that I'm not like putting my face in it, but like holding it out a little bit and opening it away. Yeah.
all right. When you open it up, you open it up. When you finally look in, you see there are 4 rows. On the left row, then there are letters, then there are numbers, then there are letters, then there are numbers.
Son of a
And
fuck, something's coded.
And it seems they are never in one row. So if they're always in pairs of two. So two on the left or two on the right. And if there's one on the left, there's none on the right. And if there's one on the right, there's none on the left. So it's basically it's four rows.
Well, this is useful, and I'd like flip through it and see if there's anything else.
No, and the last page is like the last 2/3. Actually, it's only the first third is filled. The rest is completely empty.
Okay.
So she's like, okay. Golda's like, okay. I guess she watches Rhoda for a second, then she goes and uses the mage hand to close that drawer, and then pull the other one open.
Mm-hmm. Nothing happens.
So she would then, same thing, go pat over to the drawer, like cautiously, and peek inside.
In there you'll find ink this time. Actually, 2 vials of ink, and you find another book.
So same thing as before. Check out, make sure none of that stuff.
When you open this one is completely filled, but same thing.
So no, you don't even need an investigation. Right. So she would grab the ink and the book and put it in her pack, and then she would go over to the bed and shift it aside to reveal the plank, and then she would go back to the doorway,
mm-hmm.
and she would tell Rhoda, okay, I'm gonna do the floor plank now, and this is the one that had the scary stuff.
Okay.
So what kind of checks do you want to disarm the weird trap?
So if you want you want to disarm the mechanical first?
Yeah, try to disarm the mechanical first.
Would be Thieves' Tool.
Thieves' Tool? Alright, go Thieves' Tools.
Alright. So you take your time, and this actually takes some time. This takes like 5 minutes or so, since you need to be very careful to not trigger either.
There's probably like sweat dripping down her face because she's nervous.
Yeah. Something you would realize is while she is concentrated and nervous, usually you saw her hands always like when she was nervous, getting a little bit twitchy. They are not right now. Since you've been with her some time. Now that you see this and stare at her intently, you cannot recall when it was the last time that she actually shook. But Golda, you take your time.
Oh yeah, she'd be like holding her breath half the time, like she was actually doing it with her own hands. Like she'd be like.
But you cut every single of these small kind of strings that were attached to the board, basically.
Yep. And the symbol that was on there was different from the one that was on the drawers, right?
Indeed.
So I guess once she gets the last like little strings cut, she kind of like takes a few really deep breaths, and she's like, okay, you ready for this? Because I don't know, the drawers were lame. This has got to be something nasty. And she kind of
famous last words.
Far away.
She takes the mage hand and like sticks it in the crack and lifts up the board.
As soon as you do, you hear and smoke comes out of where you kind of just lifted the wooden plank.
Uh-oh.
She curses and like kind of like runs over and like tries to pour her water skin in there to see if she can salvage anything that might have been in there.
Yeah. The wood plank is even singed from
underneath. Was that loud?
No, it wasn't loud. There was just like a small flame coming out on the sides.
It probably sounded like a backdraft, like a like you know how like.
Yeah, like a big ghost.
Sounded more like a fire kind of lighting up, right?
Yep. Mm. Well, great. That is what we were looking for.
She moves the board aside and like uses her dagger to poke through the ashes to see if there's anything salvageable in there.
There's nothing salvageable except one silver ring with an emblem on it.
She kind of uses the dagger to like sort of pick up the ring instead of touching it and like examines it.
Looks like a signet ring, and looks like a jumping tuna or some other fish.
Okay.
Salmon?
Maybe
Salmon
salmon.
of doubt.
Maybe tuna. Maybe guppy. Who knows?
Well, it looks like there might have been some paper or something flammable in here.
Well, it's gone now.
Yeah, hopefully it wasn't anything too important, but I do have this.
Oh, I
and
bet it
she holds
was.
out. She kind of holds the ring out to Rhoda. You know, any sense in this fish? You know, why'd she put? I'm assuming Golda wouldn't recognize it as anything like a family crest or symbol or anything.
Looks like it is, but you don't know from where it is exactly. Where it's from, you don't know. And Rhoda has no chance of knowing.
Okay.
It's not from 10 towns.
Okay. Hey, listen, I know fish.
You know fish?
Yeah.
That's definitely a fish.
Yep, not a deer.
So I guess once they're, that was all that was in there. And she's like, all right,
I mean, there's also a lot of ash in there.
Yeah, she hands Rhoda the other book and the ink pots in case they would be useful. Maybe they're some kind of like special ink too. She's kind of thinking like, I don't know, but she gives it to her, and she's like, we can try to decode these later. Let's go back to the guys and tell them.
Wait, there's a feather as well, like a feather quill. Let's take that.
Yeah, okay. So Golda would go.
We won't get Andy Hamlet out of here. We take everything.
She'd use the mage hand to open the door again and grab the quill.
Yeah. As you do, a huge note. Just kidding.
An ice troll, and a bunch of frozen frogs.
Indeed. And tuna's jumping.
Tuna's flopping around.
Open the closet.
Yeah.
Now
No,
you know.
no, you get the quill. All good. Nothing happens.
All right. So, like, I guess then after that, she would slip back out of the room and head back down to and lock it back up and everything. Even though it's quite obvious someone's been in there now since the floor is burnt.
Put the rug back over it.
just put it back in place and put the bed on there like nothing happened. Like maybe the maid just bumped it.
The ash that came out of the sides a little bit, just like. It's like.
There's nothing but a soggy pile of ashes in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then make her way back downstairs to the other guys and maybe show them the ring. Like be like. Well, I kind of destroyed something that might have been useful, but there's this and some.
As soon as she says destroyed, you see Ivor reach into his pocket and hand money to Thorin.
And then Thorin takes one out, bites it. That's right. I've been here the longest.
Thorin, how could you?
I don't know the way around.
And she kind of palms the ring over to Thorin and asks him if he recognizes some kind of fish.
It's probably a marine province, so I probably don't know anything about it, right? But I'm gonna check. No,
not dwarvish. The craftsmanship is okay. The ring, however, looks old. Like not thousands of years old, right? But like a few hundred years, maybe, like maybe 200, maybe 300 years.
Okay,
there's no inscription in it or anything.
Is there an inscription or anything? Probably not. Okay. This is average craftsmanship, so probably medium to low ability. If at best. It's old. Don't know where it's from.
I
Maybe
imagine it's family symbol or something, but not one I'm familiar with. I don't reckon it's from Waterdeep or surrounding areas.
Could be.
Anything else you found?
Some books that look like they could be in some kind of cipher, or a key to a cipher, but
That's excellent. Can you? How many pages?
Rhoda
Many.
has them, but
The book that is filled has about 200, and the other book is filled to 1/3, so that's about 50 or 60 or so.
There are letters with numbers, right?
Yeah, there are four. I think it's columns, right? There are 4 columns, 2 of which go always together. So it's either on the left or on the right. If it's on the left, there's no correspondence writing in the other one, right? So it's either on the left or on the right field.
so I think we ought to maybe see if we can get a room for the night, and then head out to your people in the morning.
One of them is completely full, you said, right?
Yeah.
Perhaps these are old ciphers? This be the new one?
No, actually, I think it was more that she was decoding something and like just writing down the messages somehow, or like.
Well, this could be a key or a decoding or an encoding.
How about you copy the few last pages to somewhere else and you send this to other people?
I mean,
Wait, you want me to put them
it
back in
doesn't-
there?
I don't think it means anything without the thing that it's supposed to decode or encode.
Well, I can tell not just from this. I mean, do you want to carry it around? We should at least send some of it to other people, eh?
Well, we might as well carry it around. I mean, she's gonna know we were in there. No sense in
Well,
putting it back.
okay, look.
Or burn it. Take it
Things
to
that we
pieces and
take
burn it.
with us tend to get damaged.
To say the least.
Well, we could turn them over to the guard captain lady, and they could see if they could, forward them to Waterdeep or something. He said I trust her a bit more than her brother.
Why can't you just use the rest of all?
Because he's not here.
Not in town.
He went to Waterdeep 2 weeks ago, according to his neighbors.
Okay, bummer. What? Why can't you
Looks
leave
a
a
little bit like
message?
this, right?
Mhm.
Just so you understand what this looks like. Looks a little bit like this.
Hmm.
So the left one is always something writing, and the right one is always some numbers.
Can I see that for a second? And Ivor looks at it.
Well, we might not want to be looking at it like here in the open. We might want to get a
Oh,
room and look at it.
I was gonna let this.
Fine.
You're looking at books in an inn. Who cares?
Well, you never know.
So
That
you
weirdo
show him or
trader
don't you
from.
show him?
She would kind of like dissuade pulling them out in the middle of the inn and
Right.
suggest that they get a
That's
room.
fine.
We need a room
I
anyway.
wouldn't press the issue. That makes sense. I would stand up to go get us a room.
Good day, Sir Knight. How can we help you here?
Well, I'll be needing a room for 4.
That were flats.
For 4, eh? Alright, that would be first floor then. 4 people would be 8 gold.
Thank you. And he flips over the gold.
So you can just tell me what you want for your evening meal, and the first day the breakfast is included as well.
We're easy. Chef special all around. Thank you.
Nods, and says basically just yeah, and then let me thank you for your patronage in the River Shining Tavern.
Odds. Takes the room key, goes back to the group, says, all right, let's go.
All right. As we're going up the stairs, the dwarf kind of just.
Well, it's on the first floor. I don't know if
Yeah,
it's.
no stairs, first floor.
Okay.
So it's one flight of stairs up.
Oh, okay. So it's like a split level. We're kind of in the
Okay.
basement.
Yeah. You're on ground level, which is the commoner's room. Then first, is it the second floor in English? I don't know.
It is, yeah.
Yeah,
So
usually
one floor up.
that would be the second floor. The first floor would be
Alright.
the ground floor.
All right. So second floor is where the normal people, and then there's the third floor. It would be is where the posh people are, right? Where you were just now.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, you go upstairs.
Yeah, once we get in the room, Golda would get rid of to hand over the books, so we could lay them out on the bed or something and take a look at them a little.
Yeah, Ivo, it's pretty clear what this is for you. This is
Okay.
bookkeeping.
Yeah, I was gonna say, based on his quartermaster work,
It's fairly
this looks
clear.
like a ledger.
Yeah, exactly. The numbers is quantity or money, and the letters are either are persons or like companies and wares.
Okay. Am I able to determine the dates anywhere from this, the frequency?
Dates looks like the frequency is good frequency, but not like huge, right? It's not like a big enterprise, but
Okay.
it's more than an average smithy or trader would do. Like whoever is doing this is active.
Okay. I would look through. I would start at the most recent and try and find the account or the specific person that's identified with the longest history.
So the most common trading partner?
Yeah.
Is someone called D.
D?
dot.
Okay. And then I would
Dragon.
share all that info with the party. Immediately, D for dragon.
No. Or is it dungeon?
It's a dungeon dragon.
Maybe it's
maybe demon or devil.
Maybe it's Daggerford. What are some of the other letters that we saw?
Most letters are actually, it's not a singular letter, but are like small. Like it's, what would it be? One is actually DD. One is WD. O. One is WD is actually pretty often. You see pretty often. WD and then something. And BG something is pretty often.
WD White Dragon.
Oh god.
BG bad guys.
Yeah.
Baldur's
certainly
Gate.
It's certainly not
Baldur's Gate, there we go.
Wait,
Gate, right?
Guys,
Can I make an insight check?
Waterdeep Baldur's Gate. No, it's bad guys and White Dragon, obviously.
These sound like cities. These sound like abbreviation for cities.
Yeah, D's Daggerford, Waterdeep, Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
And
Our characters are smart enough to noodle all this out.
Well, I think Ivor might have been seeing
Once
it.
Ivor pointed out what it could be, then yeah.
I can make an insight roll if you'd like.
That's fine. With your background, that's basically your day-to-day work, so...
Yeah. Now, what was the most recent location? The last one, the last entry. What was the location there?
The location?
The initials.
The initials. So the latest initials were actually M.
SM.
And then SM, and then it says IW, SMIW. And there are four times the same thing with different numbers.
Silvery Moon to IW.
Can we see the world map?
Yeah.
What skill would cartography be? Is that survival, typically?
No.
Or okay.
Honestly, this is something for you as players if you want to figure it out.
Silvery Moon to IW, huh? All right, IWs.
That's what it said.
I mean, I'm guessing Silver Moon.
Could also be some kinky shit, right?
Huh.
I don't know where I'm getting the name, but Alaskan Waste, is that a thing? Not sure what that's from. I don't see it on here.
And there are 4 of them. There are 4 of them. So basically, the last 4 say something along those lines, right? And then I don't know.
Yeah, IW is not ringing a bell.
Icewind? But that's...
Icy Wilds.
As in, like, the first part of Icewind Dale, but...
That could be it.
Something like this.
So, I mean...
It could be Icewind, but is that a region or is that a city?
That's like a region.
Decreasing
Icewind
decreasing
Dale
values.
is the region where Tentons is.
Decreasing
This-
values in the left column.
This is Icewind Dale, basically.
Oh yeah, I see Icewind Dale up there. Okay.
That could be it. That's as good a guess as any.
Yeah, I mean it's obviously things moving from place to place, but what type of things? We don't. That's.
It could be people.
It would look like Silvery Moon is supplying. There's a diminishing value for Silvery Moon.
Yeah.
Well, one of them is in prison.
Sorry.
Your cat is loud.
All right, well, it's more than we had, so that's something.
Just
Well-
wish we knew what. Like,
We'll keep our eyes open for any locations starting with IW. But
just go down to
Icewind
the
Dale's
tavern and be like,
probably
does
a
anybody
safe
know of a town?
assumption.
It's IW.
Just sort of look at you funny. Fucking halfling.
Is it like feeding time or something? Because
Yeah. It's always does that, though. All right, so we know they're something.
yeah.
Are they
but-
moving arms, maybe like weapons or armed soldiers, or
I mean, there's
Or it
been a
could
lot of like thievery along the roads. I mean, it could be goods, it could be people. I mean, we know that they've been clearing out like homesteads of people and possessions.
What else did you find, Golda?
Just these books, some ink, feather, like a quill. She pulls out the stuff and that weird ring.
May I
She
see
kinda
the ring?
Sets them all on the bed. Yeah, she hands out the.
Do I recognize the salmon at all? Or the fish?
Give me. Are you proficient in history?
No, not history.
Then give me a history roll. This is a
Okay.
bit higher though.
Nope.
It's a pretty fish.
It's a pretty.
It's a fish.
Okay. Just shake my head and hand it back, I guess.
What
Sorry.
you are fairly confident though is that the ring is not from Baldur's Gate.
That's something. Okay. It's not from Baldur's Gate. Hands it back.
I mean, I would think that if it was a Waterdeep, because since Golda's like a fairly familiar with that town, that she would recognize it. But it could be an older crest, like they could have changed, or stylized it more. Or mean, who wants a fish as their family symbol?
Tully.
You had mentioned something earlier, Golda, about contacts in the area.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's time we call on them.
Oh, the one that I knew of, I did, and he's apparently already gone to Waterdeep. That he was my only.
Why didn't you leave a message?
Oh, you know what?
Who knows when he's going to be back?
Well, better late than never. Do you plan to stand around and wait?
I was just going to talk to the captain, the captain of the guard, and see if she'll take anything, or has a way
You can
to
try.
get word out.
How about the rest of you? Do you have any contacts in the area we should pay a call on?
Now that you mentioned, to the north of here, there's my aunt. Orin, she lives with her husband, Trinine. Actually, my grand uncle, but quite far away. They'd offer us a grand welcome.
Okay. I too have someone we should see before we leave Daggerford.
Oh, that would be outside Daggerford. I mean, the one here. Who do you know about here?
Well, it'll be nice to spend a night in the inn if we can, and then we gotta make arrangements for our refugees.
Have it prepared. Arranged for the blacksmith on his next travel to Waterdeep to take them there. They should still be taking refugees. Now all I need to do is slip them some funds and talk with the Halfling to arrange the, transaction.
Or maybe give the funds to the halfling, and because I don't know if we should just give them the money, like maybe pay the halfling to feed them, because they're liable to go,
I'm a little hesitant about giving money to halflings. No offense.
Well,
Igor
I mean,
would not.
she's an innkeeper, and she seemed fairly agreeable.
She is a he, but
He, whatever. Yeah. It's hard to tell with these names. I know you posted a picture, but
I mean, if you were non-halfling, that would be a good thing to tell, right? Glorious.
Kern Corvallis.
Karen Gavalis, indeed, yeah.
I think maybe I thought it was a her because of the Lady Luck. Like, yeah. Anyway,
That's Timora.
yeah. But yeah. So yeah. Maybe pay him to feed them rather than give them the money, because they're liable to get beaten up and the money stolen or something.
I wasn't saying to give it all to him, but sure, we could arrange for that. Let's commit it before sunfall. If we are to leave in the morning,
Oh, we could make arrangements on the way out in the morning.
won't that just waste time?
Golda's just like looking longingly at the bed. She's like, "Well, if you guys don't mind, I think I'm gonna turn in. You can make the arrangements."
Well, it would be nice if you could speak to him on the same level,
No, that's allowed.
The last time I made a deal with a halfling, I think you guys wanted to skewer me. Do you really want me to?
Now that you mention it, and he takes out the dagger and stabs you.
Is this the
Back
shitty
to roll
dagger?
for initiative.
Yes, it's the shitty dagger.
The crappy dagger.
It breaks as it.
Awkward.
She kind of looks at it like, "What the heck?"
I mean, you could injure something with poking, right? But it's like,
If you poke it hard enough. I'll tell you, this will be an excellent torture tool. I'll kill you with this.
Peck you to death like a duck.
Exactly.
A spoon would be more effective.
Hey, there's the spoon killer.
so, I mean, it's already evening, right? So, I mean, sun is
Alright.
already set, more or
If
less.
that's what you prefer, I'll still row outside, speak with the refugees, just make sure everything's alright. We did promise to tell them. something before?
Yeah,
Nightfall?
we can at least tell them that we have arrangements made for them.
I.
I'll go with
I'll
Thorin.
handle that. If you wanna come, feel free to.
Yeah, I go with.
Okay, and Rhoda stays. Or not.
Let's go, Thorin.
Reyna?
Alright. Are all the stores already closed?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Too bad.
I
Yeah,
mean, the inns
then-
are still open, but the kind of shops are closed.
I was gonna look for something for medicinal purposes. I'm not expecting much, but everything failing, at least some healers kit stock replenishment. So I'll just go to ask the guards, tell them to open the gates for a while, enter, find our group.
Yeah, when you get to the guards, they actually don't want to open the gates very much anymore. And they tell you they won't let anybody in at this time anymore.
That's perfectly fine. Let
What?
us out. Let us back in.
They won't let anyone in. Didn't you listen?
They won't let us back in? Surely that can't be what they meant.
I just look at him along with the guards.
They say
Excuse me,
once you...
gentlemen. Go ahead, sorry.
That are the orders. That's what they're saying. They even say that they're not supposed to open the gate doors at night at all.
Great.
Is there a wall? Surely there's a wall, and they have people
Yes.
walking the wall, right?
Not many, but yeah, a few.
Mind if I go over the wall? You're honoring the letter of your
They
orders?
don't know
and
you. They don't know you. They would mind it. Yeah.
They would mind it.
What are you planning to scream off the top of your lungs?
Scream? What? No.
Yeah, yell down to them.
I was going to use a rope and climb down. Sleep out there with the refugees tonight.
You can just
Yeah, but
tell
you
them
guys
to
can-
open the gate and let you out if you gotta sleep outside.
They said they couldn't open the gate.
Well, they said they'll let you out, but not back in.
Okay. That works then. Okay, Thorin, I'll go tell them what's up, and I'll meet you guys tomorrow morning.
He looks at you like raising an eyebrow, like, maybe you wanna go get a blanket at least from your arse?
I trust you. You can watch the horse. I pat Thorin on the back a little bit too hard.
It doesn't move.
Okay. Well, then,
Alright, I'll see you
so-
in the morning. Just tell them we have arrangements. They'll be sent to Waterdeep, proper place that will welcome them in, and we've arranged for the carriage to, well, travel with them at their earliest convenience.
Okay.
All right.
Walk
So
back
you
over
ask them
the
to open
fence.
the door. They open the door, even though they're a little bit like not happy about it. Immediately close it after you're outside. You go to whom? To whom do you go?
I walk back to where we had left them camped out. I assume they were a ways away from the wall.
No, they're directly outside of the wall.
Directly? Okay.
Yeah,
Not directly because there's a moat, but
Yeah.
But visible.
Yeah, they're like outside the moat, as close as they can get.
Okay.
You see
Well,
caravan grounds. They're where the caravan grounds is.
wait, are there fires? Does it look like people are still awake, or is it pretty quiet?
Yeah. No, it's like 6, maybe 7 or so.
Yeah. Then I walk over to the cook fires. They should all recognize me. I'm not
Yeah.
exactly.
So to like there are 200. I'm asking because there are 200 or so refugees, right? Maybe a little bit less. So
I start off where the party found me, where I had been distributing food, and look for.
where you
some of
just
the same people
where
I
you
met.
just distributing food? You were distributing food to the 15 you took with you,
Yes.
or
Yeah.
13, or you were distributing food to everybody? That's what I was.
I-
Do you want to go to the? I'm asking if you want to go to the refugees in general, or to the ones that traveled with you. Like
To
it
the
was
ones that
35.
traveled with us. To The ones that
I think there were like 35 in the end, right?
So the ones that traveled with us, yes.
All right. So the 30 or 35 or so. All right.
Yeah, in Evor's mind, those are the only ones that we're talking about. I have no knowledge.
Yeah,
of the
but I
others.
wasn't sure because
Yeah.
some talked about 13, some talked about the ones that were with you, some talked about the refugees in general, right? That's why I asked.
Yeah, well, he has not made that distinction. He thinks that this group is the refugees we're responsible for. That's
Right.
the group he's going to. It's the group that he
Yeah,
fed
I
earlier in the day.
I just wanted to be clear on that. That's why,
Okay.
that's why I asked. All right. So yeah, so you go to the group that you traveled with, or arrive at Daggerford with.
Mhm.
All right. Yeah, no problem.
Just pass along the message. Arrangements have been made for you.
Yeah.
So and so, some dwarf armor. He's going to take care of you next time there's a caravan going out. Information will be forthcoming. Someone's been paid to feed you. You should be receiving food.
Yeah.
Good night. That's it.
Right. Yeah. Okay, I was just searching with is Chinese whispers is a thing. All right, I mean, because in German it's different, like completely means completely something different. But it's funny how many errors in translation you get. It's pretty interesting.
Oh yeah, Ash. I forgot about him.
Whoops.
Oops. Yeah. Well, we can send. Oh, God, we gotta go talk to the. I wanted to send a word to Waterdeep. So if we talk to the guard lady in the morning.
Also, just make sure to include
I always forget their name. It's
status.
the last name is the same as the city.
The not bit. Well, the slightly less of a bitch. I don't know.
What?
Well, her brother is a.
Yeah, they're both Daggerford. It's Maldwin and Moran.
She's the nicer Daggerford. The
one is a merchant, the other is a militant. So that's
he
the
just
difference.
seems oblivious to the fact that like the world's a shitty place outside his walls.
Yes.
All right. So you bed down for the night in your respective accommodations.
Yep.
Oh,
So the guy who paid for all the shit is on the outside on the ground.
Yep.
Impressively.
But I did leave the horse
appreciate it.
inside.
Yeah, we'll have to bring him his horse in the morning, unless he can get back in.
If Thorin remembers, he remembers I told him to take care of it.
Yeah, he's already drunk.
Okay. Great. Poor
The horse
horse.
was at the stable, so they're not going to kill it, right?
Yeah.
Left it at the stables.
That's true. That's
It's
true.
probably with the ram, so only tomorrow or something we'll have something to be then.
Okay.
I mean, I assume you don't let an horse in town just walk around.
So Ivor, do you want to sleep in your armor or don't you want to sleep in your armor?
Given that he's out with the refugees, he would sleep in the armor.
Please give me a
Probably.
constitution check.
Alrighty. Check or save?
Check, please.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. When you when you wake up in the morning, you feel very sore, and you actually gained 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay.
From being under the open sky in heavy armor. Not the nicest of sleeps.
Okay.
The other group, however, wakes up to a nice waft of some bakeries in their cozy beds. And the dwarf snoring.
Is there a place to mark exhaustion on this character sheet?
Yep.
Yeah, there is.
Listen.
It's on the right conditions.
Okay.
Yeah, it's under the conditions where there's a bunch of little boxes that say blind, charmed, deafened, frightened. There's a exhaustion under there.
Oh, I see. There we go. Thank you.
All right. Yeah. So you 3 wake up fairly, or actually pretty refreshed. Specifically, pretty refreshed after the 1.5 months, 2 months. I think it took you 2 months, right? About a little bit longer even.
Yeah, we were in.
Yeah, it was a long time.
It was 3 months or almost altogether. All right. So it's actually getting wintry. All right. Yeah, but after being on the road for so long, it's a nice change of pace to sleep in a cozy bed. And yeah, you get treated for your breakfast.
Yep, that dwarf kind of stuffs his after he's done preparing and leaves with a finally trimmed beard. Amazing!
Not washed though.
Well, he's got to look good for his people. If we're going to visit his family, he wants to, clean up a little, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if they're
Find a few
still
bows.
alive.
Do a few bows inside the beard.
Mm-hmm. Nice braids.
All right. So
Perfect luster.
as the sun comes up, they also would let you in again, Ivor.
Okay, considering how uncomfortable it was the night before, he's probably up at the crack of dawn and
Yeah,
walking
pretty
back
much. Couldn't really sleep well.
in. I need some coffee.
Yeah. Yeah, you would also get some treat with your basically breakfast with your friends, basically waiting for them actually to wake up, right?
Yeah, that's probably he's probably already downstairs drinking coffee by the time drunk Thorin rolls out of bed.
Hangover.
Hungover
Like that.
Thorin.
Do
Sorry.
dwarves get hangovers? Would think they're poison
You're
resistant.
probably right. They probably don't get hangovers.
We call them mornings.
Lucky bastards.
All right.
Hey, you're here already. How did you sleep?
Great. Great.
Obviously a lie. It's like
It sits on the bench next to you.
It's just
And looks at
dripping.
you, takes a few sniffs. It gets off the bench, puts the bench like a few centimeters away, and then sits back on top of it.
Okay.
Well, your room is still available if you want.
When do we
I was
leave?
planning to deal with the refugees now. Did the message get across?
Yes.
Great.
oh man, this Smith is gonna be so pissed.
Did I
Oh, great. Did
give
the
the
whisper
wrong
down the line
message?
he's going to have like 500 refugees going to Waterdeep?
No.
Oh shoot! You said 13, didn't you, to the smithy? Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Well, that's not our
we
problem.
just pulled a
That's why the dwarf should do it always himself.
Richard.
Well,
You
we
just put a
didn't check
dick.
for money, so it's fine.
I mean, okay, but this wouldn't have been communicated to Thorin because he asked me if I told the refugees, and in my mind, yes, I told the refugees.
Mhm.
The
Told
numbers
all the
never.
refugees.
Not
I
all
told
of them,
all
just,
of them.
just our group. Just our group.
Yeah, but that's actually why I asked. If he told all of them, that would have been fun.
Yeah. So it's like 2.5, 3 times the amount he's expecting.
The worst happened to us, but yeah.
All right, I'll just go make the proper preparations. You can wait for the others.
Okay, I'm gonna finish my coffee, or whatever the equivalent is in Forgotten Realms.
And I take my
Yeah.
bread after downing my beard for the morning, of course.
I guess some tea, right?
Yeah.
And coffee is very Kalimshan.
Coffee and chocolate? No. Sure, and I'll go to Lucky Lady's Tavern?
Yeah.
Lady
Karen.
Lake Tavern.
Yeah.
Meet with
Okay.
Karen.
Yeah, absolutely. When you get inside, you actually see that the place is mostly filled with refugees.
Mm.
And yeah, Karen is basically speaking to a few refugees as you enter.
Karen, there you are.
Ah, friend,
I was wondering if you could do me a favor.
always. If it's in my realm of possibilities.
Yeah, you know we came here with some refugees, right?
You want me to take them in? I'm sorry. You
No,
gotta
no, no,
switch this around.
no. Not necessary. It's much easier. Don't worry. I can see this place is busy. Quite a good work you're doing here, though.
That's right.
Well, I promised to see them to safety, and there ain't much safety to be found in Daggerford. I'd like to see them to Waterdeep. I've already made preparations for someone to carry, but, well, I need to make the connection. Could you do it?
I don't follow you.
I've arranged for someone to transport them to Waterdeep,
Okay.
but they need to be taken care until then, and, well, the person that's transporting it probably won't remember or know the refugees. To prevent mass confusion, I'd like someone that would know them better.
Okay. So what do you want me to do?
All you have to know is remember some of the faces, or at least some of the people that I'll tell you, and then arrange for them to be carried by the Derval Smithy. He already has the payment and everything ready. All you have to do is make the connection to the...
Sure. Just tell him. Send him to me. I can show them to him. Don't know why you just don't tell him about it. Why I am necessary for this.
The refugees are outside. I can't bring them in. I can't listen to him. I could carry him outside as well. Yes, but he seemed very busy at his job. Since you took an interest in this, I figured you could do it. I also need someone to take care of them for the meanwhile, so I'll be paying for their food.
Sure. But as you know, the only place where they could stay is River Shining Tavern, and that's 2 gold a day.
Aye, that would be too expensive. They could stay outside. I just need to provide them with some meals a day.
All right.
Actually, I'm not sure how long it'll be, but I can leave you a fair amount for you to provide. There would be 13 of them.
All right.
Right. When you want to meet them, or how do you want to separate them? Do you have any system?
What are you talking about?
I mean, there's 13 refugees out of 200.
Yes.
Unless
Yes.
you know which one he has to supply, right?
Yeah.
Okay, either he comes with me and I introduce him to
Yeah,
13.
that's what he would want to do, but he's very cryptic in what you want him to do. It's very unclear. It is actually also unclear with me, and I know a lot more than he does. So I don't know how the other players right now feel, but it's very just like not
Secret
telling
police
him.
summon.
You're obviously confused. To make this matter simple, I have people to be carried north. Until they're carried north, I need them taken care of. I'll be
Yeah,
paying
you want
for
me
you
to feed
supply
them?
Yes. I could show you them. They'll be outside
Yeah.
when you have a
You can
available.
introduce me to them. You don't need to show them like where's to me there are people. You can introduce me very well. If I
Alright.
am to take care of them, that would be fine. Yes.
Do you have a list? I could give you the names.
Sure, that would work as well.
Alright.
Do I remember all of their names? I mean, I remember Steven, but we didn't get all the names, so. I'm not
Sure.
Okay, if not, I'd go outside and make it. And a slight description of who they are, the 13.
Yeah.
Give it
Yeah.
to him, and
Alright, they could end up staying here for up to a month. How much would that be to feed them for that long?
30 people.
13 people. Aye. Plus, what do you want for your travels?
Oh, it's just like 10 gold.
Alright.
And let's see, how much do we have here? There we go. Let me some of the silvers that we got, so 150, so it's actually 15 gold, so he has enough to spare. If he has I tell him that if he has enough at the end, he can give what he has to them if he wants. Give the rest. Yeah, great.
Yeah, he nods and smiles. At least a few people can be helped. Thank you.
At least I keep me promises. Can't say the same for everyone, but there's only so much fun work in the... Well, thank you for taking care of them until then.
Of course.
All right, and sure, and with the deal set, too. I'll leave. Then I'll probably go outside, meet with them, and tell them, but just to make sure they got the news.
Yeah.
But we can get the rest.
When you get outside and tell them, they kind of say like, yeah, yesterday Ivo was already there and told all of us that we were taking north. I think you said north, right? Not Waterdeep.
Yeah, I'll be taking you to the Waterdeep.
Yeah, it's so nice like, to take care of all of us.
All of you?
Yeah, the whole entire group, right?
Yeah, that's 13.
And they start to list off all the 30 people.
No. The 13 we came with.
What? But Ivo told us. What about Kevin?
What? He never told you that's different. That wasn't at the wharf. I can arrange for you to have some food. Yes, but I don't have enough caravans to carry that much north. It was already cost me. I'm already bleeding me coppers. You have to remember when I carried you up here, I actually lost money on the job.
Specifically, the 21 you were not taking care of are not very happy about it, right? So they're just like, eh. And pretty quickly they go back to their tone that they don't really like you, right? That's just typical for you.
Yes,
Right.
fucking yeah, I turned my back on that fucking English. That's what I think, but fuck, I promised. Okay, yeah, and I'll tell them that those 13, I guess I'll need to make another list to give to the Smithy as well. All right. Sure, I'll go to 7. Is he feeling better? Steven?
Sure, he's better.
All right. And when we're somewhat-ish alone, so no one of the other outsiders are listening, I'll tell him,
look, when it comes time for you to go north, someone else may try to tell you that you try to get in. That can cancel the deal. If that happens, yeah.
Kill them.
Exactly, and I'll give him the shitty dagger.
Show this to the
Really? What?
Show this to the smithy, and they'll know I sent you. And you can carry the 13 you want. Okay? I'm trusting you with this.
Just 12 babes with him, just like, yeah. What a dip, yeah.
He can do that, right? He can do that. But if there's the babe named Johnson.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he nods.
All right. Not sure when the caravan will be. I'll probably be out of town by then, but I've arranged for you to have at least food for a month.
No. He nods.
Sorry for the that you lost. Best of luck. The rest of your travels. Hopefully
You
find
should
some.
never do a motivation speak, man. Sorry for the net, but good luck, brah.
Hey, I'm a militant dwarf. I'm like,
No, it's okay. It's just like, you know.
it's not a one for theory spreadsheets. He didn't even get killed by a dragon.
Okay, yeah, he nods. He is also not sure if he's supposed to be happy now. Feels a little bit like conflicted, but I mean, basically half his town is still in fucking Bosco Bridge after they paid like a dude to take him with. Then you would say like, nope. It's like again, nope. It's like, oh.
I'll
Oh,
also leave him with some silvers, although he probably can't get anything with it. So not too many. I'll leave him with 30 silvers.
Yeah.
That's 3 goldish. Just so it doesn't get brutally murdered because of it, right?
As you turn around, yeah.
Probably, yeah. So I'll give him
The
a
rim's
small
already gone as you turn around.
a small pouch with some silvers. Just
if he needs when he gets to water. They probably paid entry to the town or whatnot.
Mhm.
Okay, and then I'll leave, go back, make another list, and take it to the smithy. Just make the compliment, tell him if he needs more information. That
Yeah, go to go. Got it.
yes, perfect. And after that is all settled, everyone else, what are you doing?
All right. Doing the paperworks.
Pretty
Okay,
strange.
so Golda, Rhoda, Ivor. What
Okay.
were you doing in the meantime?
Hanging out and waiting to go head towards Firehammer, I guess. Golda really. Well, I guess maybe no. We'd be looking for the lady captain of the guard. The
Morwen, Lady Morwen.
to get.
And penning a letter that details, like, Talus is gone, she's untrustworthy, we killed the door, like, just, explain shit. Maybe if Golda has, like, a secret code or something.
Yeah, I think she probably, there's some kind of Harper cipher or, like, cant or something that you could write in that would seem normal but would convey information.
Sure.
But she also
also-
might offhandedly ask Lady Morwen, are you familiar with any families that have a fish as a coat of arms?
Oh, it's good. That's a good question. Does he know? Ooh, she does. She says, I think some of the houses in Waterdeep have crests like this.
I guess she wouldn't like show her the ring, but she would just like I saw like a carving, somewhere on a box somewhere, and it was kind of interesting. It was just curious, and she describes the ring in a little bit more detail, or the carving on the ring.
Okay. Get me a charisma check, I guess.
Where did my character sheet go? Charisma is not my forte.
boy.
She will ask. She will ask you like if you can, like
Yeah.
show her. Can you show her? That would be a lot easier than just like let's say.
She kind of says, "Well, I could sort of draw it for you, but
Can I step in and describe the fish since I know fish?
Describe the
Like-
quest. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Give me a charisma check too. Like describing is a little bit harder to understand what it's about, right? That's why.
Describe the fish because I know fish.
Right? That's a pretty good line.
Best RP ever.
DC was 13, so
Oh fuck! What? That's a bad roll.
Why
You
did you
said,
show
like,
the
I
ring?
just-
Is the ring cursed?
I go
I'm
into
not
a lot
sure.
of detail about like the number of scales of the anatomy of like the fins, but not
yeah,
much
she's
about
like,
the actual segment.
You're already like, yeah, and they have like this heart. It's just like if you kill them really quick, then they taste better. It's like, what we talking about, Chris? Just a second ago. No, and from your guys' descriptions, she cannot make it up. There's like I don't know. There's so many. It's like
All right, but maybe one in Waterdeep.
yeah, maybe Waterdeep, maybe Neverwinter. Usually
Okay.
could be at Cutler too, but unlikely.
it makes it. I mean, Waterdeep makes a bit of sense since they have that big port there and all.
Yeah, Atkatla is also like a big port city, right? I mean, basically every of the big cities, isn't it?
Yeah, but we're in the north, so.
But yeah, she. I guess we'd ask her if is there a way to get a message to the lords in Waterdeep. I guess specifically. Oh dear, what's her name? I have to look. The Randall's mom.
You can use the journal.
Yeah, I just pulled it up. It keeps closing out because it's got a. Did I even put her name on here?
It's Layrol. Layrol?
Laryl.
Laryl?
Lario.
Lera.
God damn name.
Silverhead. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Or even like Ramalia or
Or
Golda would
buddy
probably be
Leosin.
more interested in sending it to Romalia since she's a harper, and the other lady
Leosin,
or Leosin,
Leosin.
yeah.
or
Like,
to
um,
Lestriel,
I think you don't
or
get the
Everever.
Okay,
Take your
hold
I
on.
don't know if Philadestriel's alive because she went to that
Hold on.
well.
Let's send the information about Ash to Lady Laeral Silverhands, and she might be able to do something about it. Since she's
send it to
magic.
Leosin, and Leosin arranges that.
I mean, we could send a packet
You know that
to
sending it,
Leosin,
like,
and
I mean-
he can disperse
Okay,
the
yeah.
information.
This is a
Okay,
little bit
fair.
of common knowledge. Like, Lady Silverhand is probably one of the best known people. Not everyone can send a message to her.
Okay, she
That's
gets a lot
true.
of fan mail. I get it.
Yeah.
Indeed. Hate mail,
Oh,
mostly.
you look
Like,
so
if you could
good
send a
with
message to her, she'd probably get a message that would literally try to kill her.
Ivor's just listening while finishing his tea.
It's like
Nothing to
names.
contribute. He's just fucking exhausted. Let's go.
But yeah, she asked her if she can get a message through to her,
To whom?
like a pack to him, to Leosin, in
Leosin.
Waterdeep.
She says she isn't aware of a person who's called Leosin, but she could certainly get a message to Waterdeep.
How about Lady Romalia?
But I mean, meaning that, yeah, like if messages, like she could ask around where Leosin is, or if you can tell her where he is, then probably.
I mean, he's a monk. I don't know what
Does he have
they
an address?
place. I mean, I don't know if I would just be like, oh yeah, he's a harper. He's in the Harper secret headquarters. I don't know what that
No.
place was called.
Yes,
That
it
he was
is
in.
actually. If you take a look in the shared folder of the OneNote, there's a section that's called Waterdeep, where it is he's actually listed, right? I mean,
Okay, so he has an antique shop.
yes.
Okay, then. Okay, he has an antique shop in Waterdeep. I need to get. I have some tomes that he might be interested in, and I'm going to forward them to him for his perusal.
Yep.
And so she would write the letter. She'd probably, maybe put the ring in something and wrap it up in with the books and like give her that as a parcel. Explaining where they found it and the ledger and what they think the ledger is and the fact that they killed Barum and all that junk.
Okay, let me. Now I need to start to write this shit down. It's just like, okay, so let's. I mean, actually, no. You write that shit down. What you want to write them? Just send me a PM later.
Okay, I'll pen it out. I'll just put it in the shared folder.
Yeah, you don't actually need to write everything out. You need to tell them. It's like, just write.
Well,
like
I'll just
bullet points
I'll
are
make a
enough.
post called "Letter to Leosin."
Yeah, just put a few bullet points or whatever, right? That's
Yeah,
enough.
a bullet point.
Yeah. All right, done. And she says yes. No problem. And she would ask you, however, how fast you want to get it. How like, and she would like. So these are just books, right? So I
Yeah,
could
it's like
send
a
it with
small
the next
parcel.
caravan.
As soon as possible. I mean, within it's a week's journey.
3 days.
I mean, could you get it there in the 3 days? A week at best.
Would be, like, very visibly puzzled by the haste. Sure.
I mean, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
What can you say? You really want that by that antique? Make sure it's not sold out.
Yeah.
Well, I
Very
mean, it's
sensible.
he contracted me to retrieve these from that tomb, and I'm already behind schedule, so I promised him I'd get it to him in
Yeah, of course.
in due time. So I'd like to get him his merchandise as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Not actually a bad excuse.
Of course. He's still a little bit puzzled, but when she says she will do it, so. All right. Anything else I can help you with?
Was there anything else that we were going to talk to her about?
One.
I don't think there was. I think we maybe just let her know that we're going to check out Jolkun and Firehammer.
Oh, that's great news. It's been a long time since I had those. Wish you the best of luck and be careful.
I mean, and if there's nothing else, I guess then we'd be on our way, unless anybody else has anything.
No, I think that's it.
thing. I take a stroll around town. I'm not expecting to find any like amazing shops, but perhaps there's a shop with mainly curatives or something that we could use.
Hmm. What are you searching for? Just tell me.
Either potions if they have them, basic points healing, because we have 0, and at least 1 is good for people when they are dying. If not, kit dog's ointment. If failing that, just medicine kit.
Medicine kits, yes, you can get. Healing potions, the only place where you would be able to get them are churches.
Mm-hmm.
So
probably not.
there are a few shrines, but there are no priests in the shrines. I don't know if there's I don't think there's a church in town.
There's a temple of Amantur, but that's a temple.
Yeah, there is. Let me see.
18.
There's
also Shantae's temple, but not sure.
Let me just check. It's already so far ahead in this freaking book.
Shantae's temple is pretty big.
Let me see. So how many of the healing kits do you want to get?
Probably an entire one, so 1 healing kit with 10 uses.
That would be at Helmic's Herbs and Oddments.
I figured, right at the entrance.
Yep. He also has like a few other salves and stuff, but nothing really too magical. And also, he's very low on supplies from all the kind of problems of a huge influx of people bring along in a town that doesn't have really plumbing or anything like that, right? I mean, that's not a thing. So, yeah. So you speak to the one of Lathander, the priest of Lathander.
Sure.
Right. Yeah. They ask you what your business is.
Good morning, Father. Me and my companions would be heading northwards, and we've heard the road is mighty dangerous these days. Do you have any flasks or anything that could make the road safer?
In case we are my child.
Oh, that's always most excellent, but anything that would stave off that, no matter how small?
Do you wish to buy? We could. How's that saying? You could. Is it sanction? No, not sanction. Some water. Well, how do you make it holy? I don't know. Holy water.
Purify.
But no, it's not purify, really, right? It's something else.
Consecrate.
Consecrate,
Sanctify.
right? Sanctify. Sanctify was what I was looking for, but consecrate doesn't work too. We could sanctify some holy water if you wish to buy. If you need something along those lines.
You don't have anything of the healing arts.
You have a few bruises. I could heal you right now. We have a very limited supply of a few potions. That is true, but we have so little. How many do you need?
You would be willing to part with then.
How many do you need?
Just 1 or 2 is fine. We don't need too many. It's just to make the road safer.
You know, it says, yeah, two I can give you.
How much?
Would be 100 gold each.
What, sorry?
100 gold each.
Let me see. Where is it? The chaired. 100. That to be okay, sure. I'll get one, and
Yep.
just in case someone else would want to, I would give them the thing, but I'll just tell
You get 1 or 2.
you. One.
All right. Done.
It's the basic run, right?
Yep. Right. Okay. So
All right. While Thorin's shopping,
Yeah.
would the gentleman I've come here to find be in town? Is he close?
who
Do I
do you
know
want
where he
to
would be?
find?
The person who sent me the letter I received.
That's not from Daggerford.
Oh. Okay. Okay. I must be remembering it wrong.
Yep.
Okay.
That is from the Firehammer Hold.
Alrighty.
Which is technically our next stop, I think. If Thorin has his way.
Next up is Hell.
Tonight we dine
Alright.
in hell.
Right, it's not 300. So, yeah. Aside from the shopping, anything else?
No, I'd make sure my horse is well cared for. I would
It
clean
is
up,
well fed.
get packed, and be ready to go. Anxious to go. Very grumpy today. Not happy.
Yeah, and so.
Yeah.
All right.
And you better.
So I guess everybody is. So where are you
Thorin
heading
ever-
next?
Did Thorin ever yell at me for the refugee mix-up?
No.
Not yet, but it's yell on you on the road.
All right. All right.
So I told everyone there was a 10. Well, I know it's not getting this one, as he puts the potion on his belt.
Just drinks it out spite.
Yeah. What? That was dirty.
It tasted delicious. All right.
All right.
So I honestly don't know where we're heading next. I
Joku.
assume you don't head. I assume you don't head where you actually told me last week where you were going to head, but
I say we go to Fire Emerald.
Well, we have to go to Joklun and then north, right? Like that'd be
Not necessarily. We could go around it.
okay, but we should check in on Joklun. Other than
Who's
going like
Who's this Jokun?
It's really down just up north by the river. They haven't
Oh, it's
heard
a
from
town.
it.
Okay.
we could
It's a
go
small village
Joklun.
at best. No, it's
Is
a
it
proper place.
Is it on our way? It sounds like it's on our way.
If you look at the map,
Well,
it's
It could be on the way. I know you want to go right there, but we'd probably
There's a
end up
town that
traveling
we're
up the
checking
river anyway.
There's a town that needs checking on. We should check on it.
What about you? And I point to road. How are you traveling?
what?
I have me Samson. Caldes she
Walking?
dog. He has the horse, and you're walking.
Yeah, I don't
Better
need
walk
any
fast, lad.
fancy. You know, my feet are good enough. Served me this far.
Mm-hmm. Why don't you slap Samson at least so he can get going?
So we're heading through Joklun first.
all right.
If you want. I say it's a waste of time.
Well, it looks like we'd have to go straight through the mountains if we don't go up the river and then cut through around. So
Yeah, so there are basically 3 ways you could take, right? Or 4 ways, really. The one way would be go to Waterdeep, then go to Amphail and head north. That would be probably the way that it would take the longest to get to Firehammer Hold, but you would get through to Waterdeep. You could go up the river to Jolkoon, to Secomber, and then up to Firehammer, or you could head north a little bit, head northwards of where the mountain range is, and then get to Jolkoon, or either not take the sidestep and head to Firehammer Holds, or you can head halfway basically to Waterdeep and then go straight through the mountains. So I'm saying like
Ivor
basically
would not want to go
this way, or all the way around, right?
Yeah, we might as well check on Jolkoon because they said they hadn't heard from them either. So it wouldn't be hurt to just, even if we just ride on by and see what's going on.
Looks like it won't add much more to our trip either.
Yeah.
Make sure it's still standing. Yeah.
Do you know what Jolkoon is about? Let me guess. Probably an elven town.
Now, what's Jolkoon about? Tell us, Thorin.
I don't know. I was asking you.
Oh, okay. I don't
It's
know
just a
either.
trade town. Come on. Let's just make sure it's still there. Make sure they're,
No, it's just right next to the forest where we saw evidence of elves fighting some kind of greenish dragon. One of them beasties.
Yeah. So the way that would be easier, I guess, would probably be the way north of the mountain. The other possible way would be like alongside the river, right?
All right, since everyone wants to go, not like the port can change everyone's mind. So Jolkoon.
Right.
Pit stop there, then proper place.
So along the river or northwards through the plains? Like the river is like very like hilly as well, right?
Probably.
I mean,
through the
I'm the same.
plains. Sounds like easier traveling.
For you, yes. For me, it's the same.
So what sounds like easier traveling? I didn't miss
plains.
it.
The plains.
Thanks. All right. So I mean, Jolkoon is just like 2 days travel, right? I mean, if you want to really spur the horses.
No. Oh, I mean, are we feeling urgency right now? I don't think we are.
A little bit, but you
Not
don't
like
have
we
to
are.
tire poor beasts.
All right. So like about 2 or 3 days, right? Depending on how long you take. All right, and you make off. Correct?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Because I know some people are like last minute shopping or something like that. That's why I asked. All right, so yeah, without further ado, you make your way a little bit north and then head into the plains. There are like there are a few like hill ranges that you need to cover, but it's a lot less than the southern parts of the Danube River itself, which would be primarily just possible if you go by boat or raft or whatever, right? The first day passes without any incident, except you still come by a few farms that still seem to be inhabited. But as you go, like as the day passes by and you go a little bit further away from the road, further away from Daggerford, you start to see less and less farms in general, but also like a few that are actually empty. You make for a night camp, sleep for the day, and how fast do you want to travel? Do you want to travel and still search for like wildlife
I
to
think so,
eat,
yeah.
to drink, or you want to feed on rations?
I have enough ration, so I say we go fast. But it depends on everyone else.
No one has communicated to Ivor any sense of urgency. And
Well-
he's not in any rush, so
No sense of urgency. You're crazy. The town hasn't been answering. Mule hasn't been answering. I mean,
you
it's
think
not
they're in danger?
emergency, but
And you
of
wanted
course
to
there's
ignore
some
them?
trouble. Of course there's some
Okay.
trouble. No reason to waste time. If you can avoid it.
I think you just don't like walking short, man.
I'm not walking. I'm riding Miss Samson, which is
Oh, that's
a ram, a big ram.
Sorry, you're right. Yeah, I forgot about the ram. Sorry.
So haste or slow? Like it's 2 or 3 days, right? That's the difference.
I say fast.
If we're voting, I vote slow.
All right, that works for me.
Which one?
Yeah, I'm also confused.
Sorry, I think we should go fast.
Okay, gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast. Okay, Senik. Let's get go, right?
Is it safe to say we performed a long rest?
Yeah.
Okay. I am no longer exhausted, correct?
So wait, I thought you meant a Daggerfoot. So the first day goes by. You make camp. After hurrying, this is pretty much open space. There are a few trees here or there, or as I said, like the farms that have been like at this point abandoned, but they haven't been burnt down or anything. They just stand there empty. The fields also, since it is winter at this point, basically no cover, right? Since they're just like acre. Is it acre? No, it's not acre. It's just like fertile ground, I guess, right? Yeah. And do you wanna set up any watches or just
I
sleep?
think a barn worked out pretty well for us last time.
If there's
Find
not,
the
we'll
right
just
one.
set up watches as normal.
Yeah.
More
I mean, there would be a barn if
important.
you search right.
I vote barn.
Okay, but we'll still set up watches regardless.
Yeah, watches, of course.
Watches are good.
Come
Yeah.
nightfall, but before everyone goes to sleep, the dwarf will approach Ivor. So, you came up here for what again?
I have a friend I need to see.
And this be?
This be? I'm sorry. What are you saying?
Who is the lad?
Who is the lad? Who is the friend? Oh, he's a dwarf like yourself. He's in Firehammer Hold. Good friend, old friend.
Does he have a name? It couldn't be. Is it 39?
Add a character. I know he has a name. I know it was listed in the notes name. I don't have it in my notes currently. I had one that I generated randomly, but that's not the one that the GM used. So what name would you like me to
The
call him?
GM used one other name because you didn't give me the name, right? I mean,
Yeah, sorry.
I
I
said
still
Kadu.
scribbled in the lines of my crossword puzzle that I bought at the airport. So
Kadu.
Kadu. I'll
Kadu?
take it down now.
That'd be a relative of mine.
Oh, what? Your accent's too thick, friend.
That'd be a relative of mine.
Oh.
Aye. There's also Gilly, Carrie. I mean, the story. Very awkward when I always meet Tori, especially since she's a lass.
Are any of these names sounding familiar? 'Cause I spent some time with Kadu.
Yeah, I mean, he would have talked about a few of them. If you want to get closer, like so. First of all, Kadu's clan name. They don't really have family names, but it's more referred to as a clan, right? Is also Firehammer.
Okay.
And he would have like talked about relatives like Undine and Thori and Gilly and Bori and stuff like this. Oh yeah.
I especially like 99.
99? Okay.
99?
9.
Exactly.
I can't pronounce this
Anyway.
so good. No, she is actually like 99 is actually written like this, which is not the German word. How it's German?
Yes,
name,
no, it's
okay.
not with an E.
Name. No. The German word for no is this, but it's pronounced
Yes.
9 as well.
Okay,
Alright.
well, I guess we swap stories a little bit.
Swap stories, swap away.
Actually,
And then roll the Popsy.
I just walk over and like start sitting down as they're chatting, and I go, "So, you're good with a blade, right? And all those weapons, you know how to use them?"
Yes?
So this dwarf here usually tends to rush in, and it tends to get us into some trouble.
Well, generally ends with a dwarf being surrounded by the big mean one, along with his tiny underlings while you're standing in the bay. That doesn't usually end good for us.
You getting surrounded does not work out so well.
What can I do? I mean, just look at our last. The stupid knight comes out of the forest. I'm there. Look to my left, tell something to Golda. Oh, she just ran off to some bush. Look to you. You're like teleported and disappeared and invisible. And what am I supposed to do?
How long has your party been together?
I can't do that.
Sounds like there's some history here.
Well, we've been traveling a fair while.
Yeah.
Aye, and I've been missing a proper shield, brother.
But, you know, you two, now he has someone to stand next to help him not get surrounded.
That's actually a good question. What can you do?
I can use these, and he gestures towards the weapons, and I can do this, and he will do a single point of lay on hands for Thorin.
Healing beard damage.
Well, that'd be nifty. See, there's proper magic. Why can't you do that?
Okay, listen.
Then she goes
You wanna
funny
see some
hands on the
fucking
beard.
magic?
50 beard damage.
I mean, not to be mean, Rhoda, but I ask you to kill him. You can't. I ask you to find magic. You can't. All I can do is disappear.
Well, he,
Very
You're
well,
actually
though.
very good at
Very
it.
well. She does that very well.
Yes, amazingly so.
But Thorin, here's the twist. I could make you disappear too. Wait, no.
grabs his axe on his back.
Nice, nice.
That came out really wrong. I mean, I could give you, I could make you invisible so that you could hit enemies without them seeing you. Not I'm gonna kill you and hide your body or anything.
Not another waterflash. Well, that's mighty convenient. We should probably do that next time.
But the catch is you have to be able to touch you to do that. So if you go charging in, I'm not going don't expect me to charge in after you to touch you and make you invisible.
Well, we haven't been to that many fights still. I mean, we haven't even crossed the 100 mark. But usually when I pick this up and he like shakes his big hammer, I'm not
We're going to run into some nastier enemies soon,
Rhoda,
I suspect.
I'm tired. I would like to sleep.
Okay.
To answer your question fully, I also work with the Knights of Holy Shield, and he'll briefly explain the Paladin Order and what the sigil on his chest means. And he'll mention a Dorian, Sir Dorian, back in Waterdeep as well. So when you ask what I can do, this is what I can do. This is what I do. And this is what I will do when I see my friend in Firehammer Hold. Now, I must sleep. Good night.
All right. Good enough.
And he
goes
off and very, very quickly is out like a light. He was
Maybe I should
a
make him
very sore,
disappear.
grumpy old man.
I'll take first shift. Don't worry about it. At least probably now we can keep a proper battle line.
Yeah, but, you know, don't go running halfway across the world. Because,
I won't.
yeah.
Just look. I can handle the little ones, and I can handle the big ones. But when you put little ones and big ones at the same time, there's only so much a dwarf can deal with.
Well, I think Golda could help with the taking out the little ones, because she is good at that.
From what I've seen, she is better at taking out the big ones.
Well, no, but the little ones die quickly.
Well, I mean, probably be better at taking them out if I could do like more than one at a time. I can do hit hard and fast, but not multiple.
I've also noticed that you don't fare very well when you're alone. Perhaps you should stick somewhere close by to the dwarf.
Yeah, Golda, I could make you even sneakier, and you could stab people without them seeing you, like, at all. But you have to stick close so I can do that.
Yeah, that might be helpful. I do better at range, though. That's the problem. I'm
True.
better with my bow than my blade.
All right, just keep it in mind. Then
Yeah, and maybe next time Doran won't turn into a fart and float away while we suffer.
I'll just tell you so you know I do have one of these, and it does show the potion. Let's see if we cannot sign of travel.
Yeah, we'll try.
Like I said, I'll take first watch. Go and sleep.
Right. See what the random number generator says. Okay, first watch, nothing. Who's second watch?
I would have taken.
I'll take the last watch.
I'll do third.
Yes.
All right, so Golda, second watch. Nothing. Rhoda. Ooh, nothing.
Oh no.
Ooh, nothing.
No, it wasn't net one, that's why. Oh, and the night passes by without any event. Ivor, you're the last watch. The sun is already risen and cresting over the now. Is it not really a mountainside? It's a few mountains, right, to your right, and comes up above the mountains, and now shining onto this very pretty, expansive, like grasslands slash farmland.
Okay. Pasture land.
It is fairly late in the year. It's getting cold. You're also fairly high up north. I'd say you're up north as far as maybe Boston or Chicago.
So it's cold.
So yeah, it's getting cold, especially in the nights. Now that the sun is coming up, it's better, but it's like getting cold. I don't know Fahrenheit, so I'll just say like it's like 5-6 Celsius. That should be. I would guess like in the 20s.
That'd be 40s.
Is 20? Is 5 degrees Celsius? Is 40?
So
What?
32 is the same as 0C.
Let me see. 5 Celsius Fahrenheit. 30s, yeah, 40s. So actually, yeah. So it's in the low 40s, high 30s.
Yeah, brisk, but not cold.
Yeah,
It's okay.
it's like it's a little bit above freezing.
That's pretty cold.
It's not t-shirt weather, but we'll survive.
It's getting like, as I said, like you're fairly far up north. You're in an area that is just called not the Savage North anymore, like in canon,
Okay.
right? Or Savage Frontier, I think it's called. Anyway, doesn't matter. Okay. So yeah. Basically, as you wake up, you see the ice that is formed on the grass, right?
Is there something happening? You said it's my watch, right?
Yeah, but that's basically when you wake up.
Just a
Is
second.
it Hoarfrost? Hoarfrost? I think it's called.
What's the difference between frost and hoarfrost?
I mean, it is Hoarfrost when you wake up and the grass is like white, but it's.
I think
it's
Hoarfrost
melting
is
pretty
more
quick.
permanent. Oh,
Is it?
No, it's just the morning frost line.
Yeah.
Hoarfrost
it's-
is specifically frost formed on vegetation.
Yeah, but that's what I mean, right?
Yeah. That's that. Okay, so I see it. I look around.
Yeah.
Do we still have a
No.
fire going, or did we?
I don't
put that
know.
out for now?
I think you did, as it was so cold. I assume.
We probably did. So I'll stir up the coals to start my watch and start some water boiling for tea. I'm feeling better now, but I'm still a little bit sore.
Absolutely. Yeah. And if you are missing some of your, like, from a long rest, you get half your hit dice back. So if you didn't from the first rest in Daggerford, you would now absolutely be full again. That's it. And I
Gotcha.
assume you didn't sleep in your heavy armor this night, so you would also get back your.
I would don that, yeah.
Yeah.
At the start of the day. I'm
Yeah.
probably, while I'm making the tea, I'm probably walking around with it half on, just the
Yeah.
pants or something.
Absolutely.
But I would start my watch, I would patrol casually, not really expecting too much. And I can see I've
No.
got clear sight lines.
Absolutely.
and
As
clear
soon as,
day.
as soon as the sun comes up, you have absolute clear sight. Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
All right. So yeah, when the rest of you wake up, that would mean there's fresh tea on the kettle.
I thought you were brewing some beer.
I can't
what
understand
can
this
dream?
North accent. Okay, yeah.
What can dream?
It's not beer, friend.
Was already feeling it, Fire Emerald.
All right. So, next day. Right. So, as you want to get to Jolkun, you
Right.
stick fairly close to the mountain range. I say range,
Yeah.
right? But you know what I mean. It's not really a range.
Like the foothills or whatever that is, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's basically a little bit like the mountain range is like what 15 miles long. I mean, it's not 30. Ooh, it's like not really that impressive. But yeah, absolutely. Stick fairly close to that. You come across a few more empty farmsteads, but nothing more of importance. As you finally the mountains kind of give in, and you can break right. You know, you get closer and closer to Jolkun itself.
Okay.
And also, you start to see a little bit more vegetation in the sense of like trees and the like. Again.
Alrighty.
Now the question is how fast you want to go, because like if you want to press it, you could get to Jolkun today, but it would be night already or evening.
I think
it would
that
be
We
night.
might not want to approach there at night if it's.
we should
if
arrive
there's
in the
issues.
day. Particularly, yes, if there have been issues. So I think we camp near, we get as far as we can today, and we start fresh tomorrow morning.
Well,
Why not tonight? Would be a proper place to sleep. If it's still around.
Well, there might be trouble, so.
Ain't night a good time to not be spotted?
Then we go in the early morning. Point is, we
Alright.
want to have a fair bit of daylight after we arrive to still do
And
things.
be rested rather than have been traveling the entire day and then having to do stuff.
Alright, doesn't change to me.
What do you mean it doesn't change today? Yes, it changes today. We sleep today, and then we go tomorrow morning early before first
We'll
light.
still get to Fire Emerald by about the same time, so not a big change for me.
Okay.
okay. So you slow down a little bit. That means you also have a little bit of time to seek out like at least like some water to drink from.
Okay.
Find a few maybe a little bit for wildlife, maybe a deer or something, right?
If there is game, I would try with the crossbow.
Yep. No problem. I mean, if you take the time to look around to find some like mushrooms, some berries or whatever, you find enough to not tap into your resource. That is where I was going with this, right?
Okay, sure.
Okay, so basically, you would be in the evening. You would be still a little bit away from the heavier wooded areas, then, and a little bit below them as well. Oh, actually, no, above them. Sorry, a little bit above them as well, as you're a little bit closer to the mountains itself. So, but is there anything else you want to do this night as you go down for your next camp? Speak about
I would
or whatever.
talk to Thorin a little bit more about his family in Firehammer.
Good.
So, Thorin, when was the last time you were home?
Wasn't that long ago?
Let me whisper you. Let me whisper you.
Okay.
I mean, I'm probably going to tell him, but
Yeah, but I need to whisper you for this.
okay. Let me check something.
It
It
does make
showed.
sense.
Well, it's been a while. Not that long, just some 80 years.
Oh, 80 years. Ah, I've been there more recently than you.
I'd assume so. You're not an old pal.
Yeah. Oh, I am pretty old. But it appears you've got me beat.
Well, can't change it really.
I think
I've seen my fair share of humans come and go. It's kind of hard when you start to be friendly with them. They retire.
I would have been there closer to a decade ago, a little bit longer.
So, how was me aunt doing?
Your aunt was that Gilly? Was that 99?
Aren. Aunt Aren?
Aren? Your aunt's Aren?
Aye. Wife to Thryne?
I can't say I saw many of them. I mostly just was spending my time with Kadu. I was injured at the time. And Ivor will wrap on his steel foot, and Kadu was helping me out.
Where did that from?
Oh, perhaps another time. I'm a little bit too sober for that story.
I understand. I have a few of my own. This year, and he points to a scar on his face. This one day for my...
One of his eyes is actually milky, right?
Oh shit!
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if you how you want to handle, but I had that was the feeling I had.
It still has some milk in his twist, yes. And he points, but he points to the other cheek, actually. This one be from an orc or chieftain.
An orc, you say?
Aye, battle axe.
We have something in common.
Big ugly beast. I tell you,
Yeah.
only good green
So
skin is
there.
the one in the shallow grave.
Ivor nods fervently. Mine had a beard. How about yours?
Deep into eyes, where we've reached an understanding. Don't worry about the eye. That was a stupid snake. Some poison. Till it's really foggy to see.
Did you
Rest
catch
you
the
have
bit
big
about
eye.
the beard?
The beard?
Yeah, I said, Thorin, I said, yours didn't have a beard by chance, did it?
Some of them did. I don't know. I stopped counting how many
you'd
they
have
did.
known. You'd have known. You'd have known.
Killed quite a few in me time. I mean, most of me time actually. I've probably fighting orcs since before he was alive.
So we probably just talk about fighting and killing orcs until we arrive at the next campsite.
Even sings you the song of Mithril.
Okay. We'll start singing together.
All right. The other two, you wanna chime in?
Cole just kind of listens to them chit chat. She doesn't really have anything to add.
I imagine we're walking like a short distance behind them, like 10 feet, and being like, "Oh, guys, and their fucking battle stories."
All that
now they're
murdering and
singing.
killing. They're talking about guy stuff. We're back here talking about I don't know
Now I'm interested.
girl stuff.
Girl stuff.
Like, did you see that chick back at the inn? She was wearing like leggings after.
The latest fashions.
Yeah.
But her sash, it was so 1530.
That color is so.
On her composition. Oh my god. This green with the green, this was so biting itself. What?
She was wearing a white bodice after Harvest Day. That is such a fashion no-no.
And did you see
Oh my
her hair?
God.
Jeez.
And did you see her teeth? Yeah, okay.
The important strategic planning going on.
Mhm.
Thorin looks at Ivor, pure sadness in his eyes. So Ivor understands how it was before he was here.
Okay.
All day, man, all day.
Thorin got a few more braids in his beard.
A few flowers. What? All right. Yeah, but in the end, you make camp. You see the forest basically is in front of you. To the left, there's a small hill. And yep,
Okay.
you camp for the night. Same rotation.
I don't remember the orc you mentioned with a beer, right? Or have I heard any story like that?
Sure.
there were several.
Give me intelligence check, I guess. It's the closest one. DC is not super high, but
What?
yeah, exactly. Exactly. An intelligence check. No way? Oh yeah, you heard of him. Was
Alright.
one of the chieftains.
Was he from the same on the north?
Uh-huh.
Did I end up fighting him on his army at any point? Or?
No, just heard of him.
I heard of him. Didn't get to fight him myself. What a rotten shame.
So you know who he is, but let's not get into that now. We can save it.
Yeah, then they start talking about dresses and we lose all motivation to keep speaking about this. Just kills the mood.
But definitely, wow. Okay, you've heard of him. That's great. That's good.
All right. So same rotation of guards.
Yes.
I would have volunteered to go first now that
Then
I'm
I'll take one.
rested. Yep.
So you to switch.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So while you bed down, the first watch goes by without any incident. The sun is setting as you kind of made camp a little bit earlier today. Yep, and your shift's over.
Okay.
So you bed down for the night.
The next one would be Golda.
Yeah, I'm second.
All right, so same thing as last night, right?
Mhm.
Okay, Gulda, do you have your spell going on or not?
Yeah, she always puts it on. That's why she likes to go early, because then it can regenerate.
All right. So that's what, 60 feet?
Yeah, 60 feet dark vision. Oh, excuse me.
Same as everyone else.
So it already it's fairly it's not very dark since it's very cold and there are very little clouds. So the moonlight and the starlight is illuminating quite the fields around you quite a lot. Not as good as like daylight, obviously, but still sufficiently at least. But yeah, aside from a few things of the wildlife that get out in the night, maybe an owl cooing. Is it do they coo? I don't know. You should prefer it.
Hoot.
They hoot, right? They hoot.
Yeah.
From an owl hooting and maybe like a rabbit or a fox or whatever hunting each other. Nothing worth mentioning happening. Now, Rhoda, on your
Giant snake.
You there, Jen?
Yeah.
All right. On your watch, the first hour goes by without any more incidents. The night is already pretty late at this point. As you see movement a little bit further up ahead, and it looks like wolves or something, but they're big. And
Okay. We
they're,
have a fire going, right?
Do you? Yeah. Okay. Sure.
I would imagine we would.
Yep.
I think that's probably a given for us, unless it's particularly dangerous, just because of how cold it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because
That
it's
makes
like
sense.
cold winter, right?
Yeah. Okay. So you have a fire going, but it's not like it's not burning bright.
Yeah.
At this point, it would be well, fairly burnt down. You just like keep it going, basically, right? Yeah, and you see like a few wolves going on, like actually 4 of them. You see 4 wolves kind of moving along. They're big, but they're still quite a ways away. What is your perception, or can you give me a perception check?
Okay.
Okay. Yep. That's how much you can make out in the distance. In the low light, it's a little bit hard for you to see
I
more.
have yet to roll above a 10 tonight. Okay. Nice going. Okay, I'm just gonna sit and wait and just watch them And if they come closer, I'll start waking people up. But
All right. Yeah. 5 minutes or so go by, and they kind of just stand there, about 120, 160 or so yards, feet away from you at this point. Just stand there.
are they like sniffing something or?
Yeah, they're doing their wolf business, right? But they're not moving around a little bit, sniffing, like looking around, more or less looking into your direction as well, though.
All right, I'll just keep waiting and watching them.
All right. Another 5 minutes or pass by until you hear behind you an horn. Quickly answered by up in front of what you couldn't see from on that range is another. And now they go into like a really hard run towards you, and just from the sound of the horn, your friends can give me a perception check with disadvantage here if you wake from it.
I'll start yelling at them to wake up. Grab Gulda because she's probably closest to me and start shaking her awake.
Okay, so Gulda automatically wakes up. Thorin, you wake up as well. DC is 12 with disadvantage here.
I'm sorry, what was the check again? It was perception?
Perception.
Indeed, if you wake from your sleep.
Which is there.
All right.
You wake us up.
Don't wake up. You don't wake up. DC was 12. Whoops. All right. So yeah, Thorin, you kind of start to wake up. Gulda, you get shaken.
Shaken.
And wake up from that. But Ivor is just still.
I'm an old man.
I mean, you need to wake up a few times in the night to take a piss, but no, not like that.
He needs to turn up his hearing aid.
Don't think they are there. Don't think they are there. Okay, but you still can give me an initiative roll here. Now, as these things go into full run, and you turn around, you see another 4 of them behind you, closer than the ones in front of you. They snuck up behind you, while the others waited. Oh yeah!
I think that
Oh yeah!
You couldn't even get a full 2.
All right,
Yeah.
everybody in?
I think so, yeah.
All right. So Rhoda, you wake up as these horns just start to die down, and then you get shaken violently. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're still on your back, still have like sleeping eyes,
sorry.
but I would think now that Gulda is awake, Rhoda, what are you doing?
Okay. I see. Do I just see the big wolves, or is there more?
No. I say now they are coming closer pretty quickly, and you see their riders on them, small humanoid riders, but they kind of keep low a little bit. That's probably why you didn't see them in the fur
Okay.
and the
And
white mane.
are there any groups of them together?
Yeah, there are 2 groups, a little bit fanned out, but not hugely though. I mean, they're running, so they're not keeping super close together, right?
All right. This does not look good. I look around, see we're getting closed in, and I cast this on myself.
All right, and you disappear.
Yep.
Let me see if you actually disappear though. Nope. All right.
My
Roll above
rolls.
a 10.
My rolls so bad
So-
tonight.
What happens here is she starts to mumble a few things, and a small flash of green light appears around her for a second, and then she looks around and seems a little bit confused.
It flickers and then it like fades away, and I'm just.
Yeah. Now, these things come close, and they come really close. They were about 120 feet away. The 4 in the back of you actually reach you. This round. However, do not attack yet. Gulda, as you wake up, you hear the gnarling and howling, as well as some like small bodies kind of screaming around as you're just waking up, and you see these ginormous, like, wolf-like creatures run through the camp.
So she's gonna like pretty much bounce to her feet, and fumble with her bow, and just like it takes her a few seconds, but she manages to at least attempt to pull off a shot at one of the ones that's not going to be at a disadvantage. Like one of the further out ones, not the ones that are practically on top of us.
Let me see if you are engaged right now. Because I'm pretty sure if you're in melee, it doesn't matter who you're attacking. If you're in melee,
Yeah, you have disadvantage.
So let me see. I actually need to roll d4s for that. Where's my d4? Oh, there it is. Sneaky little d4. So you are 2. So nope. Okay, everybody went for Ivor. Holy fuck! All right.
Oh,
and he's
still sleeping. They're just like, kill him. Okay.
Get the sleeping guy.
So I don't even have my shield right now.
I rolled for it, so that will be pretty nasty. All right, so yeah, you shoot at one. You can shoot at one that are already in camp, and the other ones are just like 20 or so feet away from you, just charging at you as you
Are
group,
any of them close enough to Ivor to give me the sneak attack? Because I'll.
Ivor is not conscious right now, so.
Okay, so yeah, okay. Then yeah, just whatever. Maybe one of the ones that's going after him anyway, because
you still get your sneak attack. I think you still get your sneak attack before them, or is that an assassin thing?
Yeah, that's only if I'm an assassin. So
right.
If she's hidden, though, right? If they haven't seen her,
they ran at her.
Yeah,
so
probably saw her.
yeah.
Probably saw her.
So you shoot.
She wasn't hiding in her sleep. Yeah, so I shoot at one of the wolves that's going at Ivor.
Sleep hiding. Oh, that's funny. It's like sleepwalking, but better.
Yeah, it's just like, I'm a rogue, I always sneak, man! Alright, yeah, you shoot him and like, and he looks at you like,
yeah, because I don't imagine she's, the riders are very clear, so she'd probably shoot at the wolves.
Yeah, at the small pups about 2.5 meters. Alright, Thorin, you wake up, and then suddenly wolves.
Yeah, I immediately grab my hammer. I see them all on Ivor. Ivor, wake up! As I go charging towards him, I see one of the goblins on top, and I'll swing at him.
Yeah. Nope.
Second, do I? Sure, I'll try. Does it? There's no critical miss in 5th edition, is there?
On attacks, yes, there is. On skill checks, no, there isn't.
Okay, then he swings, but the thing is too low, so the swing goes a little wide. So he grabs it with one hand and just tries to smack it again with the other.
Mm-hmm. That's enough.
Bonk, and it is so strong, it carries into the warg that's beneath him, just trying to put them both down, as he grabs it the hammer with both hands and swings it to... No. So that will miss, I think. Yep.
But the rider you actually do kill with your first hit here.
Mm.
All right.
Can I shake Ivor up, or is that?
That would be an action. So no.
Then let's see, goblins. It's either that or sure. Very quickly, as he glances off like skins off the hide of this thing. The dwarf just takes a step to the side and like steps right into your bed leg as you scream awake Alex and starts waking up.
Alright, so you wake him up. So Ivor, you just wake up as you see 4 wolves moving over you.
Oh shit.
Ready to bite. By the way, you do not have your armor on.
I know, I'm very aware, yes. So I currently have I don't even have my shield on me.
So you are still prone, which gives them advantage, however they don't auto-crit you now that you are awake.
Thank God.
When they hit. Okay, so they then come with their spears as they're riding and charging on their wolves here, basically. One getting smacked well, they don't really have a saddle, off the wolf walks back, as the other one tried to attack you. Well, one certainly hits you. He maybe doesn't. For a 14
is 10 plus dex, right? So I have 9.
Yeah. Alright, so the second one hits you as well. And the third one then with 9, well, it's hard to miss. So all 3 of them hit you and start to skew with their small spears, which kind of do hurt a bit, but Yeah, so one does 3 points, one for 5 points, and another one for 3 points.
Okay.
As they kind of nick you, more or less. As you wake up and just like roll to the side, but you're not super quick, so they still get you somewhat here. Brings you up.
Okay. So quickly, not panicking, but definitely feeling a sense of urgency now. Ivor will look around.
I'm awake.
For any sort of cover. Is there anything that would block their line of sight that he can see?
No.
Like something he could. Okay.
You
Well,
kind
then
of-
it's not going to matter. He's just going to look for open ground then, and he's going to misty step on himself immediately,
Alright.
just to get away from the spears.
All right.
Hopefully you have your sword nearby as well.
Yeah.
Punch
Well,
him.
his sword he would sleep with more or less on him, so
Yeah.
he's not going to let that go far away from him. The shield, though, the shield he does not have. That would have been
No.
with the armor. So he's got his long sword, and he's misty stepped away, and he's practically naked, old man standing up, ready to face off against the whatever they are.
Yeah.
So he'll start. Go ahead.
Anything else you want to do?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how spellcasting works. If I've used a bonus action to spellcast, can I use an
Cantrips.
action to cast as well?
Cantrips.
Only cantrips.
Cantrips.
Then for now, he's just gonna run at the nearest one, screaming and try and attack.
All right. So as he kind of dodges away, he gets enveloped by a flash of light as he appears 20 or so. You want to get into melee with them or not?
Yeah, melee and probably next to Thorin if he's gonna be fighting.
So at least you're not
Alright.
just surrounded.
Yeah.
All right.
No,
yeah.
there's a naked dwarf and a naked guy.
He basically he blinks away, then he runs back in screaming to fight at
Yeah.
Thorin's.
Kind of starting like. And by the way, what everybody would now see though as you run, he's kind of like you're limping a little bit, right?
Mhm. Oh, definitely. Yeah, he's limping. He doesn't have his cane.
Yeah. So he's
There's
limping a
Watkins
little
right
bit.
there.
Like he is not disabled by any means, right? That's not how bad it is. But if he really tries to run, you see that there's like an unevenness to
Yeah.
how he's running.
Mhm.
All right, Rhoda.
Oh, am I not able
Okay.
to attack?
Oh yeah, you could
Yep.
absolutely.
All right. Sorry. Let's see. So that'd be this one, and I would do it twice for
Right.
the bonus attack.
Yep.
Wow. Nice damage rolls.
So whom are you attacking? One of the wolves or the riders?
One of the riders. Fuck the riders.
All right.
They got that green skin, right?
Yep. You kill two of them in that case.
Okay.
1, 2, slashing them off there
Oh,
pretty quickly, pretty accurately.
Actually, those would be 7 damage. I used the wrong one. I don't have a shield, so those would be.
it's still enough though.
All right.
Slashing them off the back of what they're riding with. All right. Which now they kind of turn around.
Wait, you skipped me.
I did. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to run over towards Thorin and Ivor
All right.
just to join them, and I'm going to start attacking the nearest rider, not the warg.
Rider. All right. There's just one rider left, but there are 4 more of these creatures rushing towards you. Right.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to try and finish off that rider though.
All right.
So, one attack. Tic tac.
Yep. A rider is not enough. Second one is, however.
Okay, I stop him.
So as like Rhoda kind of looks around, you also need to give me a d20. Like quickly not a small, pointy sword, I guess, like a rapier-esque sword appears in her hand as she goes and kills the last rider, and then disappears. Alright, killing the last one of them, which makes me need to... Oh, they're good. Alright, so 3 of them turn to you, Thorin. The one that you attack, Ivor, turns towards you. Now, Wolf turn. And the other 4 I need to roll out. Oh god. Okay. Gulda, you get 2. Rhoda, you get 1. Ivor, you get 1. Thorin, you get 4.
Wait,
All right. Welcome to the dwarf. One of them is gonna miss.
Yeah, well, actually, Rhoda cannot be attacked. That's correct. So instead,
Yep.
Ivor gets another one. So Ivor
All right.
2,
Bring it.
Gulda
Let's go.
1. And
I thought I got 2.
yeah, 2, 2, and 4. That's correct. So Gulda first. As these things come at you, they
Come at me,
are
bros.
they are pretty savage and go at you. The first one misses. Second one for 19.
19 hits.
Give me a strength saving throw, please.
My strong ass halfling arms. Ah!
You do. As he bites you and tries to push you on the ground, you wiggle free from its mouth and don't get pinned. However, still get hurt for 12 points. Ivor, you still have your crappy AC. So first one attacks, hits. Give me a strength saving throw.
Okay.
Did you dodge or?
That's not right.
That's wrong. Give me
I
D20.
can't be right.
Just
I
give me a
clicked-
straight D20. It's okay. Give me a straight D20. It's faster.
I have
You
a
can figure this out now. DC, by the way, is... Yeah, you easily do it. Alright, still, however, take 8 points damage. And the second one then attacks you, also hits you. Give me another D20 then.
Okay.
You can press tab instead of typing everything.
I am.
Yeah, also you're fine. They try to wriggle you down, but you just push them away as they try to do so.
No.
However, the second one also does, this time does 9 points
Jeez.
damage.
Okay.
against you.
Hurting.
Now the 4 against the dwarf. First one for 16.
Hits.
Second one. Give me a strength save.
That was
You
not a
just-
save. That was not a save, but yes.
Yeah, so it's still a save. It's not worse, so you still do the save. Makes a save. Doesn't matter. Second attack. I'll do the damage. Just count the
Later,
hits so
yes.
far, okay? Second one. Oh, crits you. Do another save. You're fine. Third one. Misses. Fourth one.
Okay. As the third one misses, since I'm still standing,
Yeah.
I take my hammer and I'll swing at it just in
Right.
reprisal.
All right. Okay, you hit it. Very good.
Boom! And
It
it just as he
does
begins to
not-
bite him, he bites the hammer and I swing it back on him and it just reels back 18 total.
It's 18, right? Yeah,
Yes.
okay. All right. Yeah, it takes it. Looks a little bit dazed for a second, but then goes in for another attack, which it does next round if it survives, right? The last one, however, hits you again, so give me another... Okay, you're fine. They try to pull you down, but they doesn't manage to. The first attack was a normal one, which does 12 points. The crit does 21. And the last attack does another 12 points. Ouch.
Yep.
All right, so they bite you. You feel the blood now dripping down your arms and legs as they try to pull you in every which direction, but you still don't fall down, even though you get pretty badly wounded.
Since the dwarf is now basically they're tearing at his clothes or whatever he has for other garments, you can see he's very sturdily built. So
Yeah.
and due to a lower cent of mass, is not easy to pull down.
Indeed, lucky you. All right, Gulda, you have two in front of you.
So Golda, as she was dodging from that other one that was trying to pin her, she
Yeah.
kind of rolls off to the side, disengages, and moves over to where Thorn is and starts hacking at one of the ones. Like she slides her bow over her shoulder as she's running, it draws her blade and starts hacking at one of the ones that's attacking Thorin.
Thorin. All right.
Yeah, because maybe the ones that are attacking Aver because he's not wearing armor. She'd probably go
Neither is
for
Thorin though.
Huh?
Neither is Thorin though.
Oh well.
We're both standing next to each
Which-
other.
Yeah, and they're next to each other, so she just pick a random wolf and start hacking at it. That's near like she.
All right. So you know the two that are on you,
Yeah, she disengages
along with their
from them.
riders.
Well, she would disengage
All right.
just to get. Yeah, because
All
she
right.
knows that they're
Hmm?
not armed and they seem like they're getting beat to crap. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's okay. I
Yeah,
just want
you
to
were
ask. So you
standing pretty
so you dodge to the side, as you said. I was just asking about the mechanics.
Yeah, she would Yeah, she would
Yeah,
move
yeah,
to the
yeah.
aid of her party
Absolutely.
before. Yeah.
Done.
Especially
Attack.
since she doesn't like fighting things up in her face that are
Yeah.
going after her.
Yeah. You don't like stuff that is hitting you. I get it.
Yeah, so
Okay,
she's gonna
Yep.
whack at the one, and if
Do you want to whack at the wolf or at one of the riders?
I
Remaining
guess one
riders?
of the riders, like as she sees them better, but she would that wouldn't hit either probably. So
Yep.
So she trips
Okay.
out a root and glances.
Yeah, glances off as he parries you with the shield. All right. Anything else?
She would just like take up like position, like try to help those guys. You know.
All right. Thorin.
Okay, as she misses and the guy parries, he doesn't have the shield towards Thorin, so Thorin will take the opportunity and bash that goblin's skull in.
So goblin. All right. Oh yeah, that's kill.
Boom, and he just flies off the mount, and then he brings his hammer up, and as he swings it down, he kind of hits you, Golda, and pushes your dagger in, and you can attack the
Right.
wolf as well.
So you get a free attack here.
Okay, so
All right. That's a hit. Give me sneak attack. So that's 19 plus 6, right? So that's 25 damage.
6 plus 11. So
Yeah, but you get another 6 from Thorin.
Oh, okay. I did. Okay.
So 25. All right. And you hit the wolf pretty badly here. Good job. Nice hit. Pretty mean.
All right, the
You
wolf
killed one, so you still get a bonus action attack if you want to.
No, this does require a bonus action.
Does it?
Yes, it requires an action and a
Oh, it's a bonus. Yeah, it says.
the bonus.
All right.
It says. Let's see what else. It's still standing, right?
Well, you killed the goblin, but the wolf in front of you is still standing. Yes. Badly,
Wolves are
badly hurt.
goblins.
We can use some of that wondrous magic right about now.
All right, that's it.
Yes, because I have no.
All right.
actions.
Anybody of you speak goblin?
No.
All right. The goblins that are still remaining, which is three, shout something to each other and try to stab you, skewer you. All right. Two of which are attacking you, Lewis, Thorin, and one is on Gulda now, trying to skewer you from behind as she was dodging away a second earlier. The attacks against you, Thorin.
Mhm.
Was it? So 115 and 120.
Yes.
Okay, so both of them hit you with their small spears and like pierce you. One for 3 points, another one for 3 points of damage. Oh, they suck. All right, and the one against Gulda, one for like misses 13, right? Misses against you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, misses you as you dodge to the side, as you just stabbed the one and nearly killed one of the wolves there. All right, Ivor,
All right.
pretty much in the melee here right now.
Yeah, Ivor will reach down. Oh, shoot, I guess he doesn't have... Okay, never mind. He was... Okay, he'll just attack then.
All right.
There's some already earthworks.
Yep, there are
Actually-
two wolves that are hurt pretty well.
Am
What
I...
about?
Where I'm standing, is it near where my bedroll was? Because I'd run
About,
back in next to Thorin.
the bedroll is like 10 feet away or so. When they were kind of more or less where you were sleeping, then you potted away, and then you ran into the back of the fight, so you're maybe 10 feet or
Could
so
I-
away from the back row.
Could I make it over to the bedroll and grab something?
Yes,
and
you
provoking.
can.
Yeah.
Is the thing that you want to grab inside a bag or not?
It would
What do you-
probably be in an outside pocket of my pack.
then it would need an action though.
Okay, that's not worth it then. But he'll still edge over toward the bedroll,
Yeah, absolutely.
towards his stuff, and
The difference
get
is
back to the door.
if you have it if you can just grab it, it's a free action, and if you kind of need to open stuff and then grab
Yeah,
it,
He would need to kind of open. It'd be on the
Yeah,
outside
okay.
pocket, easy to reach, but he would still need to reach
yeah,
it.
okay.
He'll walk over,
Yep.
just so he's closer to it.
You can get it next round for free. Then I say.
Okay, sure,
Basically, you go there and open the pocket, and then you reach in next time, right?
sure. And on his way over, he'll hack it whatever's trying to bite him.
Yeah, do so.
Okay.
Whatever is trying to hide him. Okay, so that's then.
Whichever one was attacking him, yeah. Let's see. That's one,
Yeah,
and that's two.
it.
Ooh, the second one.
It's a crit. Nice. So this you both on the same one?
Yeah.
All right. So the first one wounds him. The second one finishes him. So how do you kill this first warg?
It was a warg? Okay. So the first slash sort of cuts it across the leg, and it whimpers and kind of falters for a second. Seeing the moment of weakness, he sort of flips the blade around, grabbing it almost like you would have a knife, and tackles it down, stabbing it through the side of the neck, bearing it down to the ground with him.
Yeah, as it dies, gets pinned down, dies, falls limp. Nice. All right. Anything else?
Well, he notices he's conveniently next to his bedroll for next round.
Time to sleep. All right. Nice. One down. Rhoda.
Puffs back into existence first thing.
Rhoda appears again.
Oh, hi, Rhoda.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey guys. And then how many wargs are still standing?
7.
Oh fuck. Okay. I'll look to the nearest one. The one that's attacking Thorin, maybe.
Yep.
And start stabbing that one.
All right.
Two of them are hurt, so.
Yeah.
Nope. Oh, yes. Okay, that kills another one. That was a wounded one as well, so how do you kill this one?
She goes in for a stab at first, and it sort of like dodges out of the way, but it puts it, a little bit off balance, so she can circle around and stab it through the neck.
Indeed, very, very lethal blow here.
And
Good one, another crit. Cool. All right.
But it doesn't disappear.
Nope, stays around. All right, 2 of which of these creatures start to turn and run away, which they also disengage, so you don't get an attack of opportunity. But they are quick as fuck, so they are fairly far away, and they run towards the south. They run towards the forest.
Figured.
All right. The others that are still around, however, are still up for the fight. So let's go. Oh, yeah, since you're staying around, you get one of them. Gulda gets 1, Ivor gets 1, and Gulda gets 2.
Nice.
So these creatures go against Gulda. Snap,
I'm
snap.
technically prone, too.
You're prone?
Okay.
Technically, from how I killed the warg, because I just pinned it down.
No, you wouldn't be prone. No. You
No?
just do it quick enough to stay up. It's no problem.
I mean,
So
you can RP all you want.
First of all, the 2 attacks against Gulda. First attack misses? 14. Missed earlier, right? So it's still a miss. Second one missed then as well for a 14. Rhoda, since you're there, let's get bitten. For 16.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah, give me a strength save, please. Oh, you get
Dear Lord.
You get pushed down, in which case the other 2 will also attack you since you're now down.
Uh-oh.
You also take from the attack 13 points of damage as they push you down. The other ones, now that you're down, trying to tear you to shreds.
Bye,
First
guys.
one misses, even though you're prone. Second one, however, does hit. Now that you are prone, he still does shitty damage with just 10 points.
Just 10, he says.
Yeah.
For a war, it's pretty bad.
As they kind of try to, one bites in your shoulder and kind of pulls, the other one bites in your foot, but like your shoe kind of, or your boot kind of keeps you from the worst of it. Yeah, that's their turn. Gulda, 2 are running away, 4 are still around you and fighting.
Do I shoot one of the runners or do I? She's just gonna attack one of the nearby ones.
All right.
Since they're at hand.
All right.
So she kind of goes in at one. There's no goblins left, right? They're just wolves, right?
The ones that are with you, one has a goblin, the rest wolves. The goblin is
Alright.
actually not on the things anymore. He actually is on ground now.
All right, I guess she'd go at the goblin then.
All right.
And 16.
Oh, you rolled already. Yeah, that's
Yep,
enough. You kill him. Sorry.
All right, well then I won't even bother with the sneak attack unless you want me to see if
no.
I like butcher him and turn him into
You
chunks.
can butcher him how much you want. How much do you want to butcher him? Tell us.
So I guess it's the
he's
goblin.
even
She
smaller
noticed
than you, right? So
little goblin had slipped off the wolf, and she just kind of slams into him and just like does like yeah,
There's a
pins him to the ground with her blade, and then spends the rest of her turn trying to pull it out of him.
all right.
couple shish kebab.
Indeed. All right. So Thorin, just wolves around you.
Just wolves, no more.
No more goblins.
Okay.
There are still 2 goblins around, but they are running away right now.
Okay, they're too far from me, right?
They're pretty far. Like you would be able to reach them, but not attack them.
Okay. Then I look at one of the wolves. Anyone that's near me is hurt?
Yeah.
All right.
One is actually hurt pretty bad, still bleeding from the wound he has sustained from Golda earlier as you pushed it into it.
As it's like biting on Golda's leg, I go and I try to crush its rib by swinging the hammer down low.
Ew. Yep, that's enough.
And he just goes flying as he is swung pretty hard. Another one that's biting on Golda, I bring the hammer back around. And this time from up down with all the force of gravity, just try to crush its skull into the ground.
Uh-huh.
Trying to make an example. See if we
Ew.
can make these creatures back. I will do this. So 14.
Doesn't. Oh. Yeah. With that, it just hits.
All right, then it seems like it's going to miss, but the dwarf at the last second like turns his foot on the mud on the ground, and the hammer swings with his center of mass swinging, and just crushes the nose of this creature, and it's like on the ground crawling with the nose problem. Is it still alive?
Yeah.
All right, then I'll swing at it again.
Is it still alive? Okay.
All right. Now it's not anymore.
That's what I figured. Boom, and then he just like, well, it's on the ground still groveling, just brings like the hammer of mercy, and it just whines one last time before twitching and stopping moving.
Yeah. Yeah. The goblins, as they're riding away, start to shout something very, very frantically. Other than that, they cannot do much. Eivor. There are 2 wolves left. And 2 more that are running away.
That are running away?
Mhm.
Okay. How close is the nearest wolf? Because I killed the one that was attacking me.
Basically, it's just a melee there where you are, so.
Okay. How close are the ones that are running away?
Far enough that you can't easily reach them. They're quick. They're pretty quick. They're dang quick.
Do either of them look injured from here?
They're like in the night. You cannot make it out on that distance.
That's fine then. Rather than reach for what he was originally looking for in the pack, seeing there are only 2 left, he'll grab up his shield and run toward the nearest one.
Yep.
And attack it.
Yep.
So let's go. Attack is. Sorry. There we go.
Yo, 2 hits. And 2 hits are actually enough to kill it also, with both of them. Good one. So what are you doing here?
This was a clean kill. It just hack, done, next.
Alright, so first one hit, 1 blow to the knee, which then brings it conveniently down with the neck area, which then you see the light, the sword glinting in the moonlight going down, and you hear like a as the warg dies. Nice. Rhoda, as you're prone, still 1 wolf looming above you, going in for the bite through your throat. What are you doing?
Try and scramble to my feet, if possible.
Done.
And then stab this thing. Or try to.
Go for it.
Hold on. Okay.
Oh yeah, 2 hits.
Is it still alive?
Yes.
Okay. Let's hope I don't roll badly. Why?
And you stay there, let a few green sparks
Just
fly,
like
and
little
she looks
sparks that fizzle out.
like
Son of a
failure. All right. However, the Walk, having lost all his friends, turns around and also starts to run after its friends. Which also, I mean, he disengages, ducks away from you, and starts to run after its friends, which now completely book it and run out of your vision.
How
They
fast is
are
the warg?
dang quick. They're dang quick. They're really, really fast. You could probably get to them, but not attack them with not with
Is
normal means.
Can they? Is it greater than or less than 55 feet?
You're not quite sure.
Okay.
It's hard to tell. You have 60 feet dark vision, probably, at best.
No, he doesn't. He's a human.
Then even worse.
Yeah, I can't see him. Never mind.
Okay.
I
Golda?
mean, you would estimate that they're about that range, but you're not sure if it's like maybe be 40, maybe be 60. You just lost them and saw them run away.
Yeah.
You still see them since it's like the moonlight is still high up and there are not many clouds or so. So you still see them about where they are, but it's really hard to make out distances or details, right? All right, Golda.
Yeah, Golda would take a moment to like sheath her blade and pull her bow and try to get the one that's trailing behind. Just
All right.
take a shot at him.
Shoot him.
Pew.
Not a hit though. You hit it, but it just like loses its, just glances it and loses its power basically in the thick fur. Not quite enough. All right. Anything else you want to do?
No, that would be her turn. I mean, she might start looking for her arrows and making sure that everything's dead.
Yeah. All right. I mean, you just shot one arrow, so it's just like
Yeah, I mean, two. I think two this fight. So she maybe start poking at corpses.
Yeah. All right, Thorin. Anything you want to do?
If I can still do it as the rush of battle dies down, the adrenaline. Thorin takes a deep breath
Sure.
as he calms himself down. All right, if I know one thing, when there's one goblin, there's 1,000. Pack your stuff, and I begin grabbing all my stuff in like my backpack, everything, bedroll, just jamming it all in, don't care, and prepare to move out of here.
All right. That doesn't matter. Ivo, is there anything you want to do?
Yeah. The last warg fleeing.
Yeah.
Ivor will look at it, run as far and as fast as he can,
All right.
and then misty step toward it.
All right. That would make you just barely able to reach it, though.
He would then
Yeah,
try to tackle it to the ground.
All right. Yeah, sure.
So
Give me athletics.
That's athletics, right?
Yeah.
For the grapple, or is it strength?
No,
It's the same.
athletics.
Grapple or shove, it's the same. Athletics.
I rolled a 12. Oh yeah. So these things are large. So you can actually can you grapple things that are larger? I
I
think
think
you
it's
cannot.
up to one
it's two-
size larger, right?
One size, I think it's okay, right? It's just two
Yeah,
sizes
I
or
think
bigger.
so, yeah.
I think they auto escape if they use that action, though, but I'm not sure. I'll check.
Do that. Okay, so you grab it, and since it is wounded, you grab its legs, and it just like basically, first of all, it just like trips more or less from it, falls down, which then gives you be able to jump on it. So basically, what happens here is you see him just like run after this thing, and then just another of these light flashes appear as he just like jumps on this thing and tackles it to the ground. Okay, Rhoda. Actually, you
Alright.
don't have it tackled to the ground. Like technically, it's not prone yet, but
It's not
Okay.
prone.
no, technically it's not prone. It's just grappled.
And that was the one
Oh
that
my
was like trying to murder me.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll run 30 feet after it
yeah.
and try and shoot it since I have 120 range.
You have 420 range. All right,
I have 120 range.
place this thing.
Whoops, 1, 2.
Oh
One hit.
shit! All right, give me another 2-hit roll on the second attack, please. First attack, please.
I'll just ping the spell again since I'm.
Yeah. All right. Ivor, is your AC above or
Oh,
below
God.
16?
It above or below what?
16.
It is below. It is 11 with the shield.
All right. So as you grapple this thing down, you see two. What was it? Green, right? Was it green?
Yeah, green.
So you see two green orbs whizzing through the air from behind. One hitting the creature you've just grappled, and the other one
Okay,
hitting you
good
in
hit.
the back.
Bad hit.
For 10 points.
Ow.
See, this is what I deal with.
I'm sorry, I've been rolling 1s and 2s all night.
You just hear him start swearing.
There's like a
Come on.
distant. Sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, you're just like about 30 or 20 feet or so behind him at this point. So
Yeah.
yeah. So do they automatically get free if they are higher? If they are bigger?
Yes, yes, they do. Automatically escape if they use
they
their
need to-
action, though.
They need to do the, okay. So it will just as you're kind of grappling at its hind legs, as
I
you're grappling
disappear.
as it hinds. Oh yeah, then sorry.
So I'd still get an attack of opportunity then if it.
If it moves, yes.
Yeah.
So as you're grappling at its hind legs, you get shot in the back and like just, "Ugh!" as it then jumps away from you with a quick leap, which gives you another opportunity to slash after it. Oh yeah, and how you wreck this thing. It's just enough, but it's good.
This fucker, I just take off the legs and watch it bleed out, limping.
All right, as it just jumps away, you grab your sword, your longsword, and just like swing at it, and just like cut one ankle off clean, as it then just like falls over ground like. But from the numerous wounds it has taken at this point, then quickly dies. All right, which ends this fight, and I think it also ends this session.
Look
Or,
towards
do you
Golden.
think- or is there anything else you want to do before
Look
this
towards
session?
Golden.
No, I mean they're probably too far for her to hit or C to hit at this point. So
At this point, they are more than 300 feet away from you, so no. And they're in the, not jungle, in the woods already, right? So
Would carry the warg corpse back to camp, and I
Yeah.
would use lay on hands on myself to bring myself to full.
all right, yeah,
Whoops.
yeah. As you kind of start to
Get rough.
shoulder the walk, you see just like a poof, a half elf appear in front of you with like a small puff of green green
I'm
spark.
glaring, evil eyes, not happy.
Yeah. Well, that's a shitty wake-up call, huh?
Yeah.
The worst, really. Get stepped on by a dwarf, then mauled by freaking dogs, and then shot in the back.
Not cool, yo.
Indeed. All right, but now two got away. All right. So let's close the session down. I think that's a good point where we could stop. Kind of fairly natural point. We could keep on, but it's already late or early or whatever. And so I think we'll call it here. Favorite moments of today's session. Let's start with Bryce.
Realizing I shit the bed talking to the refugees. Oh no. Sorry, Thorin.
Okay. But I mean that's kind of the thing, right? It's just like small errors in translation.
Yeah.
If it's just like the
Could have a big consequence later.
Let's see. Well, I think I handled it decent.
I think you did. I think we'll be okay.
I did
but-
spend a lot of money, though.
Bryce, what you missed is that when we were in what was that? The
Borscore
bridge,
Bridge.
Borscore Bridge.
Yeah.
We talked to a guy who told us, yeah, we'll just like 10, 15 refugees if you can escort them north. And then when we showed up, it was actually like 30 or something, like 36.
Oh, no.
was,
Okay.
it was 50.
It was like 50 something. Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot.
and
And
we
then they
just
told
did
him that they
exactly
had
the
paid him
same
300
thing.
gold.
Yeah, they
Right.
paid this dude 300 gold, and he promised to take
Which
them north,
is-
and then passed them off to us, and they were pissed.
Also, you must realize that I cut the gold that like commoners have like in a fifth or in 10th, right? Like farmers really like silver is what they deal with, not gold,
Mhm.
right? So 300 gold for 50 people still is like basically what all their belongings, right? So he completely bled them dry, and then like he didn't even pay. He didn't even pay you guys.
The 2 or 3 gold he
Was
promised.
his name Richard? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
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 And he completely came on to Gulda. Like he was just like, my name is Richard, but I'm the dick for the night, stuff like that, right? So it's just like,
So he ended up paying the refugees to take 15 of them.
Johnson. Dick.
Basically, yeah, Richard Johnson was his name.
Yeah,
That's
Dick
his name,
Dick.
right? The Dick, right?
Johnson's another Dick.
That's true.
So basically, at this point, Thorin, or the party entirely, gave after they discovered that they were screwed, right? But also the townspeople were screwed. They gave the townspeople what they could spare. I think like 50 gold or something. You gave them.
Yeah, like I gave her literally all my gold. I think I have 50 silver left.
Yeah.
Or not even
then,
50 silver.
And now they paid for the Daggerfoot to Waterdeep, and also paid for them. Like they completely paid for them to get up there, and they still feel bad because they were screwed so hard. And basically, they said we can only take 15 with you. Still, 2 of them died, which made them pissy because they still left like 35 of their friends and family members behind, right? And everybody is just like it just.
Oh man.
So basically, the dwarf is a bro helping them, and they're still 18.
Yeah. But I think it's like reasonable from their point of view.
Yeah,
right?
it is.
It's pretty funny. But that's stuff I really like. So yeah, sorry. So your favorite moment was basically doing a little bit like Lost in Translation action. And I agree, it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. All right. Jen.
Huh.
Huh.
Can you come back to me? I need to think.
Sure. Lewis.
The camp talk, honestly, both. I do enjoy inter-character banter.
Yeah. Agree.
Wasn't expecting to find that out about your character either. So that's
That's
good.
interesting. I know you have an old one. You know I have a bad eye. Some scars. You have a veteran. So are you?
Works. Yep.
This is just like a Lethal Weapon moment. Like, do you see this one? Oh yeah, but you see this?
Exactly.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, pretty fun. Okay. Emmy?
Getting to sneak up into the room again and you know, the whole discussion of like, well, I don't know how much it's gonna hurt.
Oh, nothing happened, right?
And then nothing happened, but she's still like worried in the back of her mind that like Talus knows that she was in her stuff.
But something happened.
She's
Nothing
gonna come
happened,
and get
but
her
something
asleep.
happened, right? Indeed. I'm pretty. Okay, so first of all, let's go, Jen, and then I'll do my comment.
Okay, I liked the sort of campfire chat and road chat as we were heading along, because it's good for like characters to party bonding, like, you know, getting to know each other, getting along, figuring shit out.
I like me some party bondage as well.
Okay.
We have pretty much failed at that in the
Entanglement
past.
spells are banned. Just saying.
Well, don't you bind demons and stuff? Okay.
Okay.
No, I think
hold a
that's-
person.
Exactly right. And do like spells like I do a suggestion. Yeah. Command, also good. Yeah. Mislead, all these great spells. Charm person, yeah. I know where you're going with this. All right, I it's funny because actually the inter-party kind of talk is actually one of the things I mentioned that I think that's like something that we could work on as a group in general, like a few months ago, and it's just like it's good to see this happening and work out so well, right? It's like especially like just also the talking developed around the stuff that actually these two characters have in common. So that's pretty good to see that there's quick common ground, which is always one of the hard things if there's a new character coming to the group, trying to tie him in. So yeah.
Nothing like hate to tie people in.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. My favorite moment. Actually, I think it was actually the fight, because I think the fight was pretty cinematic. So I think that went pretty well as well. I mean, usually fights are this, but it's just like we didn't fight for so long. Like have like a somewhat decent fight. So yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, last one was
so
the
thankful
Sleeping
you
Wolves.
woke me up. 4 auto crits would not have been fun.
No.
No.
I mean,
That's
that
my
would
action
still
surge.
they were still just the goblins, right? If it were the Worgen, they would have done a little
Oh
bit
my
more.
god, yeah, I would have been murdered.
I mean, Yeah, just the wargs. The wargs. If it was just the goblins, right? If it was the wargs and the goblins, that it's prepared. I mean,
We
you'd
said
wake up
something a
after
minute
the
ago.
first round of 3.